Hey, everybody, welcome to the AAA episode 156. Cyberpunk Dystopia, or just regular China? Find out what's behind that one. Because I'm telling you, we live in cyberpunk. You've heard my theory. Spread it far and wide, we do live in cyberpunk, except for the sexy female assassins and flying cars. Sinatra, how the hell are you?
Yes. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. It's feeling, I don't know, less British in here. I don't know. I'm not sure why.
I would like to put forward a motion to you and the chat that if Drunkel is late for a show, he does not get the right to complain about there not being a game.
I second the motion.
Motion is seconded. Chat, can we get a yeah or no on the motion?
That's not poising the well toward our side at all, is it?
Oh, dude, we're gonna get the chat loves to yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nice jacket. Well, thank you very much. It's my smoking jacket. Yeah, you notice the ascot. It's a royal purple. It's nice. So, 10, how goes things at the Casa del Sin?
Not too shabby, not too shabby. How is Casa del Pali?
Yeah. You know, let me tell you a story. Okay, actually, it's interesting. Do you make your bed, or does Shelly make your bed?
We sleep with different blankets, so when I get up, I make mine, and then when she gets up, she makes hers.
Really?
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, different blankets is a game changer, because I like the heavy blanket, and I also like to kick it off of me, and she likes to be all snuggled up and shit.
Well, okay, fair enough. So, but you do, so innocent, so you make your bed, is the short version of the story.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
I don't know, man. It's more comfortable slipping into nice, organized bed.
Zed, thank you for the $2. And he says, yeah, there. The motion is carried. All right.
I did not see a single no in the chat from
neither did I. I was just about to say chat's behind the motion, so that's that.
Right. Motion is carried.
Thank you, Zed. Before we went live, let's have a quick one of these.
Hey, cutie, want some candy?
I love this one.
I'm just kidding. Get in the car.
Thank you, Cult of Krill, for the abduction at gunpoint. Oh, hold on, real quick. There it is. This is good stuff. And I noticed that my donations are a little loud, so I'm going to turn them down when I was listening back to a stream. But there we go. One shot, two shot. Okay, before we, Cult of Krill, before we went live, don't read this out loud if you have this in the news. I don't, so I'm going to read it out now. Apparently, Vladimir Putin, a.k.a. Justin Trudeau, lifted the Emergency Act in Canada. What do you want to bet? That he keeps the financial portions in place?
I would bet dollars on that.
Yeah, well,
that's all I have to bet.
if you're betting it, you ain't getting no takers on that. The ability to hunt down everybody and search down everybody, and as the Ottawa police chief said in the cut that I saw, where he's like, "This is gonna be a months-long investigation, and we're gonna hunt down and charge everyone that blah blah blah."
I want to know how they think they're gonna do that internationally.
Lamented Guy, thank you for the $1 motion to describe the menu. Oh, we'll get to that right quick. Actually, there is a unintentional theme for today, just because of the news that I ended up finding. How's he going to carry that on internationally? They won't, but they will make an example out of every single person. You want my political science opinion on it?
I do.
From the beginning up until the end, this was all about making Trudeau look strong. You don't negotiate with terrorists, therefore he never sent a single negotiator there, even though he ran on the platform of the middle way, on the peaceful guy, on the feminist. It doesn't matter if you're two-spirit. You know, everyone's a racist but me. Ignore the blackface.
Yep.
You know, So why not go talk to the truckers? These were people that were never going to vote for him, and he and his advisors wagered that the people that support them were never going to be people that were going to vote for his party anyway. So what's the problem? Like, why would you go talk with them? It just weakens your position when you're a small man, and he is most definitely a small man.
Oh, indeed.
This is what he's been waiting for, isn't it? You could hear him rubbing his grubby little hands as soon as it kicked off. Just like fucking Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the UK. He's loving this whole fucking Russia-Ukraine tension, because he's like, yeah, brilliant, wartime Prime Minister. They always get re-elected. They're all rotten, mate. They're all none of them have got anyone's fucking interests at heart.
Churchill didn't get
They're running their own
reelected.
bloody politics. Sorry?
Churchill didn't get reelected.
No, I'm not saying Boris is right.
Mm.
I'm saying that you could hear him rubbing his grubby little hands from fucking Derby, mate. Floppy-haired twat.
Echo Dono
So,
Polly,
how's
your
everyone
monitor
doing?
only is off. I don't think it is. But I'll take your word for it, technical lady. Donations, filing.
I mean, dude, he loved all of this.
Then
There was
the
a
next
fucking photo shoot of him yesterday walking across the street, Abbey Road style, of where the trucker blockade was. You know, it's just like, oh my God, the truckers were so scared of Trudeau, they went and hid in jail.
What?
Now I got monitor and output on.
You not see that photo?
Mm-mm.
Just him strolling down the street where the blockade was. And it's like, fucking, look at me, look at what I did.
Yeah, I have
what
not
you
seen
did
that.
was fascism, but fucking hell, you know?
My favorite part about that was him saying that he's now against authoritarianism.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Right.
oh, I have breaking news if you don't have it about him revoking the thing.
That is what we're going to try to do.
Chris Palmer, thank you for the 350. Been forever since I could catch a full stream live. Since I've been making her watch. Can you please tell my girlfriend I'm super cool and very macho? Chris Palmer's girlfriend. You're some damn
Why
lucky.
does Chris Palmer want us to lie for him?
Well, you know, it's just I don't know. That's like calling lines on a script a lie. You don't look at it that way, man. Quit moralizing things, Drunkel.
I sent you the video if you want to throw it up.
Chris Palmer's girlfriend. You are watching Guns.
Boom, boom, boom.
He's super cool and awesome. Take my word for it. He's been a viewer for years. Days of Comic Book Curation, Chris Palmer's been around. So yeah.
Oh, indeed. He's been around for a while.
You be happy you got that man in your life. So there it is. JK49, thank you for the $7. No, I don't. Wow, I'm getting a lot of these. JK49, thank you for $7. Don't read if you have this story for later. I don't. In fact, apparently I've missed stories left, right, and center. The New York district attorney that was in charge of the case investigating Donald Trump just resigned and said they had doubts about the case.
I literally just saw that. Yeah, just now. Top Manhattan. Prosecutors investigating Trump and his company in a criminal probe resigned. Most likely because they were under pressure to do the investigation in the first place.
You think? I mean, that seems a little crazy. I think district attorneys only bring cases or drop cases based political pressure. No, surely because of legal necessity, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim Fox looking at you, who's still fucking district attorney in the area. You know, you didn't drop the case against Jussie Smollett because a friend of the first lady called you or anything, right? No. No, that's why that motherfucker's on trial again. The case that you found no legal merit to, that motherfucker's on trial again for that. How the fuck do you have any credibility to bring charges against
Filing
anyone?
a false police report.
Yeah.
Breaking off with suspects.
Yeah. How in the ever-loving fuck do you still have any credibility? Well, I don't know.
It's another Soros-backed DA.
Literally, yeah. That kills me. That's one of the things Justin Trudeau talking about. Like, there's foreign money flooding in. It's like, do you know how much Soros money there is flooding into your country, fucker? But you don't care because it's all Davos-related reset shit that you like, you scumfuck.
Oh,
Right.
dude, if you don't have it, I have an interesting Davos thing for Friday. Oh,
uh-oh.
Just wait for my fucking time.
E to the dubs.
It's polydubs. Maybe it's a habit. Breaking news. Donated $25. Don't read this story if you have it for later, but make Drunkel limes. Round two.
E to the dubs. It's
It's
polydubs.
polydubs. Maybe it's a habit. Gamer Valine, thank you for the $25. When Drunkel is on time, he can interrupt and bitch about the promptness of others. Limes, pineapple, or sheep. He knows what he did.
What? I didn't say anything about the promptness of others.
Well, there you
I was
go.
shitting on Trudeau like a cool guy.
I thought I was cool. I was trying to be part of the crowd. And earlier on, Gamer Valine, thank you for the $18 with the one-shot, two-shot. You missed the one-shot, two-shot, Drunkel. More than
No, I didn't. I was here. I was here since Blier.
Oh, really? Since one of those?
Since Bier, yeah. And Sinatra said, I didn't see a Pwnage.
Okay, Garofalini, thank you for the $18 for the one-shot, two-shot. Limes or a sheep on standby since blaring the national anthem was where he drew the line on my audio abuse. You know what? You bring something to mind, Gamer Valine. Thank you for that, by the way. I have a new donation down there if you want to go look. It's simply titled, This is America. It's some of my finest work, I do believe. It's
What is it set at?
It's set at the big $40, and it's not because I'm greedy, it's because it's long. You know how it is.
I do know how it is.
Yeah. I struggled with it, actually. I talked to my farm, I'm like, what am I going to put this at? Like, I've condensed it as much as I can.
Is that the one we looked at Saturday?
With a awesome American gentleman asserting Americana?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one.
Good.
That's the one. And it's finished and better, and yeah. Ooh, look at him go. Yeah. Down to St. Lawrence. The fight isn't over. That's the reinforcements. Alamo, thank you for the $11. Off to someplace cold. Little troopers. Yeah, Canada. Chat, you can make you can make the ratio magically better. Also, Drunkel, no limes, just kidding. Keep the produce on screen. Fuckers. We said no limes and then keep the produce on. You're working at cross purposes, Alamo. I'm not. What?
No, he's playing both sides, so he always comes out on top.
You clever fuck. So yeah, there's lots of people in jail and lots of things going on. And Drunkel, how are you?
You're trespassing.
There it is. There it is. Watch.
They don't believe you.
Oh, never mind.
What?
就算这里是他又怎么样啊？一个人有这么多土地，大家分享。
What's he saying?
Want one man to own all this. He says you should share it with all the people.
This is America. We don't share land here.
Yes.
They don't believe you.
Oh my god, could you jerk yourself off anymore? Fucking hell.
Oh, you just gave me an idea for a donation, actually.
Is it you jerking off? Because Polly just did it.
That is the most American thing I've ever seen. You guys have to watch it. It's a clip from Yellowstone. I saw it. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I got a little bit more than chubby watching it. Come on, a bunch of little Chinamen on his property going, you shouldn't own all this. You should share it with the people. And he's like, what? This is America. We don't share land here. Let me fix the length of play, though. Oh, come on. How awesome was that?
It's just a couple of seconds off.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. I like that one.
And I mean, I believe I made the only choice that I could have made with the Captain America theme, leading him out.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was, but I couldn't tell or remember, honestly.
Well, the Alan Silvestri soundtrack score for Captain America, The First Avenger, it is awesome. It is full of red, white, and blue, and apple pie and whatnot.
I never finished that movie. Fell asleep every time.
Really?
Every time.
Why is this computer superheating? That's very weird. Very weird.
No, mine was doing that the other day, too. Both of them, the new one and the one at home. They were both overheating. I don't know what was going on.
Chris Palmer, that dono was super awesome. Nice Yellowstone reference. Yes, it is. That dono just earned you a like. Well, thank you.
What was that reference? It was a fucking scene from the movie. It wasn't a reference. It was the goddamn movie.
I deny that, sir. If you go and watch the scene, it is actually about 3 minutes long. I cut it down to just the protein, which was a hell of a lot of editing. And then there's the extra cuts and whatnot. And I extracted the audio and moved it over to Audacity, cut out the background noise so you could hear the vocals more clearly. See, when I do, don't get me started on this, Drunkel.
I didn't say anything.
It was just a movie. No, it was so much more than that, sir. You got to work.
I don't sound like that. Wait, do I?
Don't you?
You do. You do.
Alan Silvestri knocked that
I
score
did-
out of the park. Tom
I
says.
do not.
Yes, he does. Yes, he did. Are you guys fans of film scores? You like all that music and whatnot playing during the movie?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends, doesn't it? Like, it can make or break a movie, but generally, there are times when the score is the best part about the film, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
I think that the job is to kind of be there, do such a good job that no one notices that it's there. Do you know what I mean?
In some ways, I hear
Scene
you. In
isn't
other ways, I don't. Like Blade Runner is one of the greatest film scores of all time, in my humble opinion, and it does very much blend into the background and just become part of the scenery purposefully. By Vangelis, awesomely done. But the Avengers theme song, you know, and
See, that's iconic. Like, that is its own fucking thing, isn't it? Whereas if
but
you
that's
look
what
at,
I'm saying. When guys
Lord
are,
of the Rings,
when guys,
you know?
okay, there you go. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You just want the Shire, and it becomes like the music is part of the Shire, if you know what I mean. It's part of the scenery.
Exactly. Yeah, it is part of the scene. Not whereas with you got the Avengers, that is a standalone thing now. I mean that is a that's a reference to the Avengers now. Whereas if you're at a party and someone puts on the fucking Return of the King soundtrack, no one's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Gandalf," you know, because it was part of the scene.
Yeah, I'm afraid there might be somebody going, "Oh my God, Gandalf."
Of course, no, because it's at a party, Polly. They'd be at home alone.
Well, I don't know. They could be on some therapeutic mission to seek people and touch grass.
That's
So
how I feel about
how
film
are you, Drunkel, other than late?
Oh yeah, I'm all right, thank you. Yeah, apologies for being late. I just lost track of time. No real reason.
Been there.
Yeah.
Been there. I refuse to fall victim to the social construct that is time.
Of course, and it is a social construct. There's a fish in the ocean that don't give a shit about your time, so why should I give a shit about the fish in the ocean's time? Plus, I know, Polly, that you of all people is not going to chastise me for my lack of punctuality, so I think we're all good in the hood here, right?
I think you're forgetting the fact I'm kind of a hypocrite.
I was hoping you'd forget about
That
it.
I will chastise you because I am never late.
Totally, you will, yeah. You totally will. Except on Monday, and the Monday before that, and the Monday before that.
Did you hear my motion?
No, I got here for beer, and then you said motion passed. Is it got
Okay,
something
so
to do with limes by any chance?
No, the motion is if you are late, you have no right to complain about a game.
I didn't complain about a game.
Not
Or
yet.
lack of a game.
Well, yeah.
I didn't complain about a lack of a game. If
Did-
anything, that's kind of expected now. Does that count as
I was just about to say that
Yeah.
that itself qualifies as a complaint about a game. man.
Okay,
That
right.
counts.
I'm just feeling out where the lines are, mate. All right.
Sinatra, why don't you smoke in your office again? And I just don't want to doesn't qualify as an answer.
That absolutely qualifies as an answer. I have a lot of stuff in here that I don't want to get all smoke gross.
Okay, well, there's the answer. You don't want to smoke crush your stuff. Okay. I don't wanna. It's, it's not really an answer. It's like, why don't you want to give me all your money? It's like, I don't wanna. It's like, because we won't have any stuff left is the actual answer.
Okay, so you're just being a paddist.
I'm a patterist? What'd you say? Was-
You're being a patentist. Patenter.
I think it's just a pedant.
No, you're being a pedant.
And a peasant.
That's a cyclist.
And a peasant, that's accurate.
Oh yeah, born a peasant.
I'm happy to be a
I'm not a
peasant. Fuck
peasant.
that.
See the Queen?
Have
Fuck
you
that
have you
hoe.
ever known any of those people that talk about how they are related, however distantly, to some fucking royalty at some time? Oh, my
Yeah.
second uncle's cousin's wife's great grandmother was the queen of Spain or whatever, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to just like, oh, you need a mugging, not from me. In Minecraft,
I knew someone. Oh, right, okay. Of course, in Minecraft.
Dude, I
In
get
Pixel.
the question all the time. Are you related to old Blue Eyes? And I say the truth. I said supposedly. Then they look at me and go, not enough to see any of the money though. They're like, oh,
right?
That's how that conversation goes. I knew someone a long time ago who apparently, if Ireland still had a royal family, of which of course they don't and haven't for a very long time, she would be a princess. And the conversation that followed was not what she expected because there wasn't one. She thinks that was her fucking high speech. You know, I'd be a princess if Ireland still had a royal family. Yeah, well, they don't. Shut up, fatty. Get a job. So how are you, Polly?
Oh, really? Some Chinaman, I'm going to drop out the middle part, donated $2. Share your rand or resize it right. It means of production. China knows what best for rand and people. Took me like 2/3 of the way to realize what you were doing there. Jesus Christ. See, there's the thing. Let's talk about that donation for a second. The This Is America one. It's like, people are like, oh, he's violently kicking people off his land. What is the Chinaman saying by his indistinct commie babble? Freedom. Real quick. Tell Dave Steve MU, thank you for the $1.99. A job's available for everyone. Yet nobody does it. The like smasher. You miserable troglodytes made it here and you can't do that? Get your shit straight. Like and share the stream. Fuckers. There it is.
Fuckers.
No, what's the Chinaman arguing with the indistinct commie babble? He's saying,
I'm sure.
He's not saying you should share the land, because what does that actually play out as? It means the government should own everything, and then they parcel it out to the people as they see fit, according to what they claim are the people's needs. That's what it really means. There's no such thing as land that isn't owned. People claim the land, or it's unclaimed, or a centralized authoritarian government owns everything. That's the way it's played out throughout all of human history. This notion of we're all going to share everything together. All right, back to the bong, hippie. Just fuck off. Back to your
Farnsworth. I can own land. I'm not a penniless hippie.
You understand what I'm saying, though? Like, it's like, why do people own land? Because they take care of it. Because that's the whole notion of the yeoman farmer. That goes right back to Jefferson. And yes, John Locke. Have you read Loki?
You read Loki?
Yeah. The pursuit of happiness. What does that refer to? The ownership of land. Literally, look it up. Don't believe me. Test me.
Smith movie.
Pursuit of happiness? Yeah, people misunderstand that. They think they're actually guaranteeing that you're going to be happy. Come on, think it through. Does that make sense? No, it's a Lockean statement that means the ownership of the land. You know why? Because often Britain lords owned all the land, and you worked it.
Here we go.
Well, I'm just saying. You want to be a serf in Russia? You don't want that, do you?
You don't know what
I want to be a serf in Britain. Where I know what's going on.
I want to be a serf in Britain. Okay. Yeah.
It's the last part that got me, where I know what's going on.
I know what's going on. I can't do shit about it, but I know what's going on. Elvish Gandalf fan threw $1 saying, "Oh my Iluvatar, it's Mithrandir." I guess someone does recognize the soundtrack from Return of the King then. I take it all back. See that silence whenever I say something. That one right there. That's the one I've been talking about for weeks now.
I was in vape. I was in mid-vape.
I am too.
You know, see that it's a proxy annoyance. I'm annoyed for you, Sinatra. Like, you should be the one who's annoyed that you don't get to smoke in your joint, and you're not. So I'm annoyed for you. But yeah, I know, but I'm like bound to not do it. You're not.
I don't know. I never asked. I just went into this with the expectation that I wasn't going to do that because I smoked in my house.
Right.
And it got a lot of my stuff all smoke gross, and I don't want to do that again with more stuff.
Yeah, but I've seen you build things. You just need to put in proper ventilation, man.
Yeah, but I can't build here. And it doesn't have great ventilation. It's just got a couple of big non-opening windows.
No, you just get one of them big deals. One of the flexi foil metal ventilation tubes that I've run off of dryers when I installed them. You get them down at the Home Depot.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Robot arms.
Yeah. You don't need to construct exactly. Just have one of those run to a ventilation port that you install somewhere, and then go on from there. You can even
Nah,
they buy them
still
for
rather
the
do
they
it
buy them for the
outside.
window that you just it's like a plastic thing with the ventilation hole.
One
in
that
it.
doesn't open.
Can't open the window. Keep up, Polly.
Force the. Why can't you open the window?
I don't know. I don't think they open.
Have you tried?
No, because I got here in January. It's fucking freezing out.
So wait a minute. When you say you can't open the window, you mean you haven't tried but are assuming it won't open?
I'm assuming it won't because I don't see any hinges or slide frame on
You
it.
can also buy hinges at the Home Depot. Screw them in and then see if it'll open.
Are you renting
No.
an office in a prison by any chance?
It sounds
No.
like he's in an institute, right? It's
Yeah, right.
It's an office in a building.
and they're not going to care about you there
Aren't
all
they all?
hours yelling gamer words into microphones. They don't.
No, because the only other person who occupies it is never here, and the person who lives is like ultra catty cornered, so he's not even close to me.
Huh. Dracoxenocracy. That's a hell of a name, man. Shit. Says an extraction fan? Yes. Yes, it's a fan that will extract. I don't know if that's the name. That very well might be the name, but that sort of thing. All right, who wants some schnews?
Lamented Guide said, "What, Febreze won't cut it?" No. That doesn't stop things from getting all smoke gross. And if you don't know what that is, look up nicotine stains.
No,
And,
I know what
I was-
smoke gross is. I was
I
wondering.
know you do.
To me, it's always a question: are people worried about their electronics, or are they worried about their furniture and walls? You know what I mean?
The walls and furniture are definitely a part of it, but I plan on cleaning up before I leave here anyway. But the electronics are a big part because that's one thing I noticed in my my old computer when I dusted it out. It was all that yellow dust. I was like, oh, it's fucking nasty.
I think you're overstating the case. Why didn't people throughout the 1940s find every fucking place they went covered in smoke grouse?
They did.
No, but they didn't.
They just didn't care.
No, I think
Yeah.
I think it's an additive to modern cigarettes. That's the theory I'm running with, to dissuade us from smoking. It's a residue adder. Think about it.
Like, your theory's an idiot.
No, I'm thinking about it because my aunt, she died a long time. It was like a kid. I think I was like 13 or 14. When she died, she smoked every day of her life, and I remember helping to clean out her house, and it didn't have that smoke gross all over it.
You're reconsidering now, aren't you, Drunkel? I heard that.
No, I'm not. I'm just keeping quiet because otherwise I'm gonna get fucking ganged up on again. On the fucking virtues of yellow walls. I'll tell you what, mate. Fucking, I've been in houses where the people have smoked all their lives, and they had Chinese grandchildren, mate. Everything turned yellow.
What the fuck? Don't smoke on children. Don't do that. Don't blow smoke.
Don't smoke on children. No.
No, don't blow
Fucking-
smoke in your cat's face, shit like that. I've seen people do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
weed smoke, that shit's not cool.
Don't let anyone have your secondhand smoke for free. You know, fucking freeloaders.
Oh, Becca's got a good point there. Think about it. The 40s was all mustard colored shit anyway.
I mean, that's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say more 70s than 40s, Becca. I mean, the 40s were very much black and white. Everything, as media has told me.
You know, honestly,
and,
when I was a little retard, now I'm just a big one. But when I was
what can
little,
I say?
I thought that color was invented in the 50s.
You were a
So-
smart child, yeah. Seems to
Every-
sometime
Yeah,
around the
yeah,
mid 1940s.
Everything was black and white before that. Yeah, no, you're right. It was.
All right, so who wants some news?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm
Also,
gonna.
Mexico is like has a sepia tone to it.
I also
According
think
to
the
the movies, anyway. No.
from what I've seen from 70s television and video and whatnot, the sun was a different color in the 70s. It was oranger.
It could well have been the case. I mean,
Oh.
who really? If it's like a gradual shift in gradient,
Yeah.
then who's going to notice?
Yeah, people blame it on the film stock, and I'm like, no, guys, the sun itself changed its color. How would you know otherwise? You gonna trust Joe Biden, who was alive in the 70s? Go, I remember when the sun was more orange. Where's my pudding? I think I pooped my pants. Oh shit, is that the Pope in front of me? Like, you can't tell you anything.
Needs his
It's
wife
like he
to
was in the room.
handhold him around.
Yeah. All right, let's do the news. Here we go. We're starting off with a humdinger here, gentlemen.
Oh, I do love a humdinger.
Cardi B says she's, quote, not really on NATO or Russia's side amid Ukraine crisis.
You know what? I didn't know what to think about this until
Yeah.
Cardi B had an opinion,
I
and
know.
then immediately my opinion is the opposite of whatever she thinks.
I have been on the edge of my seat since these tensions kicked off, worrying about what Cardi B would say about it. Finally, I can exhale. I can relax. Oh,
Those are Weibo Legs too, by the way. Jessica Alba is just
Yeah.
superimposed over
Jessica Alba could turn you into a feet man. She could. Them adorable little tootsies.
it. If you say so.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a feet man.
Well, it's...
Oh my God, I'll be right back.
All right, Lady Monceros, thank you for the $5 and the sexy Jessica Alba. The people who owned the house before us smoked a lot. Now, our bathroom walls sweat yellow-brown when we take showers. Ooh. Obviously, they were smoking modern cigarettes. I feel bad for you, Lady Monceros. Thank you for the $5.
No, fuck off with that fucking bullshit, bloody fucking. Cigarettes have got yellow in them.
Yeah.
The earth is flat. There is
Yellow
no
dye
more
number 5.
vaccines say.
It's a...
The vaccine's got computers in it. Fucking-
Well, I think you just leaped my point, but okay. Now, let's talk about COVID and 5G. That's real.
Yeah. What does Cardi B say about that? You know?
Well, what kills me is that, okay, this is The Hill. The whole reason I brought this up, this is The Hill. And you're reporting on what Cardi B's saying.
Yeah.
Where's your dignity? Where's your fucking dignity? The Hill. Specifically, Judy Kurtz.
Yeah. At Judy.
So let's read what the idiot says. I'm not really on NATO's side. I'm not really on Russia's side. I'm actually on the citizen side because at the end of the day, the world is having a crisis right now. Well, why did I stay in school for years analyzing international relations, national security, and such? I could have just went to Cardi B's Twitter and heard all about it.
Well, we should all do.
She continues on by saying, wish these world leaders stop tripping about power and really think about who is really getting affected. That's affected, idiot. Citizens. Besides, the whole world is in a crisis. War, sanctions, invasion should be the last things on these leaders. The last thing these leaders should worry about, she said to her 21 million followers, and giving a reason as to why she feels this way.
Does she need a reason beside I'm Carly B?
There is
What
so
does a
much.
B stand for? Bullshit for brains, I guess.
There are so much shipments and embarkments backed up.
How do people fucking type this out, look back at it and go, yeah, champion?
Embarkments are backed up. I mean, I guess in a way they could be, but who told you that word? You went off to
There are
thesaurus.com.
so much embarkment.
Yeah.
So much embarkments right now.
China's really messing with us, so a lot of things are behind, a lot of goods are behind, and this shit just made it way more complicated. I'm
Isn't
just
it funny,
really
like
annoyed by this, and I just wish world leaders right now just really come with a logical conclusion. Hold on.
It's just so weird that the one sentence that actually makes grammatical sense contains an expletive.
There's inflation not only in America, but everywhere in the world. It's really hard to get the economy back up. Oh, weighing in, are you, honey?
Well, that's it, guys. War's over. Cardi B said so.
Okay, this
We
is
should have listened to her
is
earlier.
this is the part that it was right at the beginning. Okay, she's like, because someone asked her, weigh in on this, and she said, I actually want to say a lot of things, but I'm just gonna mind my business because sometimes I feel I have such a big platform that if I don't say the right thing, I might get killed.
What a world that would be.
Cardi B, you're just. I mean, your boy Pat says, Cardi B is an illiterate idiot. Oh, I do. But this is where the Hill is reporting on what she's saying. This is just, what are the kids up to these days? And then pretending to be a journalist. Oh, we got to get on the social medias. This is how you add Will Smith and Brie Larson doing YouTube channels that are full of like ridiculous nonsense that some multi-channel network tried to help them build together. And it's like, well, just stand in front of the camera and do thing. What thing? Well, act like yourself. Well, I don't want to do that. Everyone will hate me.
Quite rightly.
Yeah. I mean, Will Smith, what's he going to talk about? How he's involved in an open marriage and his wife cucked him on TV and then he didn't have... I still feel bad. I'm not going to make fun of him for that.
He'll do what Cardi B did. He'll talk about there's so much embarkments.
Yeah. He'll talk about
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. He'll talk about the very many sort of embarkments that are plus over them.
Affecting.
Affecting things, yeah. Yeah, if you can't tell the difference between affecting and effecting, you can't tell the difference between two, and two. You don't know that a lot is not a single word. Just hire someone to type for you. How about that?
Or there, and there.
Yeah. Or then and then. Well, these are dead giveaways. Some people fuck up, and when there's other people who fuck up consistently, when you use the word really twice in the same sentence, I really feel that.
Could have.
Yeah. I really wish that all the world leaders right now just really come with a logical conclusion. If you make music, talk about music. If you're on tour, talk about being on tour. When somebody asks you to weigh in on something that you don't feel comfortable talking about it because you're clearly an illiterate idiot, why did you answer?
Just say no, Cardi. Say no.
Let's go on to something that makes more sense. Dowry man refused to unclench buttocks for police in cocaine search.
Sinatra, do you remember Pwnage?
Yeah.
That's immediately comes screaming back to me right there. Yeah, you I don't know if you were watching it at the time, Polly. It was a guy who he had a shit ton of cocaine up his bum, and he refused to poo. I think he lasted 30 days or something like that, and police had to release him, and he didn't get charged or anything. Hashtag poo watch.
Okay.
That was a wild time on the GPP. That was, mate. Do we have any poo watch updates? Yes, we do. Still nothing. And that was an update.
So let's just find out what happened. A man allegedly refused to unclench his buttocks to cops to made violent threats while concealing cocaine. Paul Lamont, 38, pleaded not guilty to refusing to comply with the drug search, threatening behavior, and drug possession when he appeared in Kilmarock Sheriff County Court, whatever the fuck. Court papers allege that Mr. Lamont of a place in somewhere refused to comply with instructions and repeatedly clenched his. So he just didn't hold firm. He was repeatedly tensing and untensing, apparently.
Unclench your buttocks. No.
An alleged attempt to conceal an item on January 7th at the place's police station. It's alleged also that he shouted, swore, behaved aggressively to officers while threatening violence, and was allegedly also in possession of cocaine. You've alleged all kinds of shit. Did you get him to laugh at his butt unclenched and a baggie dropped to the ground? Is that what happened?
They're tickling him.
Yeah. Did he cough and all of a sudden you heard baggie smack the floor? Is that what happened?
Coo. Oh, there it is. Got you.
Son of a bitch. I love it. Andy Hamilton, I wrote this up. Really setting the world of journalism on fire. Well done, man. Is this where you pictured yourself?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta know.
The cheek of that man.
Yeah, I just try to scroll down on the Discord share. Jesus Christ.
All right.
I do that now and again.
Stabbing at MBTA's Bayback Station. Man stabs victim because he refused to flush a toilet.
Okay, there are legitimate reasons to stab somebody.
Mm-hmm.
This might be up on that list.
We'd
Maybe.
have to debate this. I mean, it depends how bad it was in the toilet, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm with you, Sin. If I was on the jury for this, I'd be like, well, let's talk about this, guys.
Hector
Like-
Avendendro was arrested after he stabbed a 33-year-old Boston man in the hand because he refused to flush a toilet, according to transit police.
Pendejo, that's gross.
Yeah.
Flush your stink.
Officers responded to the station for a reported assault. Upon arriving at the scene, the officers met the victim and told him he was stabbed following a bathroom altercation. Avendendo entered the bathroom while the victim was the victim was still inside the bathroom stall. Shortly thereafter, Avendendo informed the victim that while seated in the stall that he, the victim, needed to flush the toilet. The victim responded by telling Avendando that he should mind his business when it comes to personal bathroom habits. The two further exchanged contentious words. Avendando ultimately stabbed the victim and fled the station. You fucker, whack! I'm out of here.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of on this guy's side. Courtesy flushes are just polite.
You know, it'll ruin your day when you're in a super
Not
rush.
that I do this, by the way, but
No, but when you're in a rush to go, you know what I mean? You're feeling the call of nature. You get into the stall real fast, and there's a floater there. That's not good. That's not good.
no, I agree.
I mean, it's enough that a man's bare ass was just there. Do you really want to hover over a floater? No one wants that.
No, you're right. Yeah, you don't want to be mixing up your stuff either, do you? Like you want a fresh bowl and everything when you go for the viewing afterwards. You want to know that everything there is all yours.
Okay, so we're gonna
silence.
we're gonna move on from low down criminality to some positive gangsterism. Ex-Miami University parking supervisor pleads guilty to stealing nearly $50,000. Card readers and kiosks were compromised in the scheme. You're damn right I read through this story. How'd you do it, man? How did you do it? According to prosecutors, Jesse used the card readers to give himself refunds linked to 2 reloadable debit cards. He then used one of the cards to make purchases for himself. In addition to the refunds, he stole coin revenue and money from the kiosks and garages.
That's I don't even know. Like, I got nothing for this one.
You gotta admire the hustle.
No, yeah, well, I was saying, like, he passed theft and went into gangsterism. He did. Like, this is high-tech scheme. And he got busted. The tip-off on the second part of the theft scheme was when Jesse made refunds on disputed parking payments to himself using card readers he had access to, according to prosecutors. There's a system for reimbursement of disputed parking payments made by a credit or debit cards. Jesse began using that system to refund himself and loaded the money onto debit cards in his possession. He issued himself approximately 30 grand worth of refunds, starting slow, but then bumping it up, giving himself refunds of $250 and $500. Son of a bitch. So he got greedy. Could have piecemealed it out to a college education.
Yeah.
You know, that's 50 grand.
It's always the greed that gets them, Polly.
Yeah.
You push too hard. Before
How's
you know it, you're getting stabbed in the hand for not pulling the floor.
Ex-Miami University parking supervisor, Dateline, Oxford, Ohio.
Imagine being your job title. Yeah, I'm the parking supervisor.
Considering how much I pay for parking at my campus, which is the reason why I park off campus and do a 15-minute hike and call it my daily constitutional.
That's
I don't feel as though a 15-minute walk can be described as a hike.
Well, hike was a verb there.
Yeah, to hike, but how much hiking is actually going on here?
Well, it's not like I had to, put on boots and get ski poles and, brave the elements or something, but, still. The whole point is I'm not parking in the multi-level parking garage and paying,
Walking's good for you anyway, Polly.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I convinced myself that it's not the fact that I'm poor. I'm really poor. It's just that I want to, get my healthy walk in.
Yeah.
Oh, man, are you kidding me? Add it up. 4 or 5 days a week times $10 a day. Wow. Are you actually budgeting?
That's a lot of tax write-off.
No, it's limited by how much you can claim for education. Like, do you know what I mean? I max that amount out for education associated monies. Otherwise, you know, every computer thing I buy, every pen, every fucking cheeseburger I bought while on campus, everything, you know, I would
every step you take.
Right. Every move I make, I would claim something.
IRS is watching you.
Every girl you rape.
Anyway.
Yeah, wow. Moving along. Mysterious bulging triangle UFO filmed over city for 2 hours.
Bulging?
It's bulging.
Triangle?
Heard.
City.
Turgid.
It's... Now,
filmed?
now, hold on. Alien hunters were left stunned after a bulge...
Alien!
Yeah, a bulging UFO triangle was filmed lurking over a major city for 2 hours. The unusual object was in the skies of Islamabad. Wait. Hold on.
What?
Normally that would be a bomber.
Islamabad?
There it is. This supposed UFO was hovering over Islamabad for 2 hours. It's like, guys, it's a surveillance drone. You're Islamabad. That's it.
It's more likely a surveillance drone than it is like a kite.
I'm just saying, like,
you're in Islamabad.
You're in jihadi capital. Like, are you really going to read aliens into this? There's no need to. Just no. That's why I started reading this and I'm like, wow, there's actual footage, and I'm like, it's over Islamabad. I'm like, my God, it's obviously a surveillance drone of some sort or another, or maybe it's got Hellfire missiles on it. Hopefully.
Do you think like the people who are controlling the drone are just like, John, they're filming us, and the guy's like, Steve, I don't think we're allowed to lecture them on that right now.
Yes. Oh, speaking of parking, Huntsville woman to go to court over a $10 downtown parking app ticket error.
We've got a lot of parking ticket-based news tonight.
Do you like the little game-mobile here? Do you like that they drive around in?
I love it.
The little glorified golf cart, this one-person golf cart.
See, if you had one of those, you could park anywhere.
I always wonder if anybody's gotten mad enough to just like flip the fucking cart over.
Have you ever seen these things driving around? They got the one front wheel. They don't even have two front tires. They just got one.
Yeah.
Oh, these little, like, yeah. Like all you need is, you know, playing and say, I want an ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Need the entertainer.
So, why? Why is she suing? You know why? Because this app that people install, I read through the whole story and I won't pain you with it. Here's the TLDR. The app that people are installing on their phone to plug it in, it's charging people tickets that they legally parked and they left before the allotted time had elapsed, but they ticketed them the $10 anyway. And the app's doing it over and over and over again because the majority of people will not take time off work to go to court to fight the ticket because it's only $10 or $15 for the ticket. And the third-party company that created the app and runs the system for the city in Huntsville takes 30% of every parking ticket. So the app is just charging people left, right, and center, betting that only a small portion of them are going to go fight it. Now, a small portion of them did go fight it, and it's like, wait a minute, this app is dinging all kinds of people who totally left before the elapsed time.
This seems illegal.
A little. But you're going to have to get a whole bunch of $10 struck people together and start a class action lawsuit, and who the fuck's going to do that? And that's what the app company was betting on. So they're going the long volume game on this con.
I am interested to see how this plays out.
Alleged vigilante group leader arrested over nighttime street patrols. Yes, we have Batman in
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Batmans.
They're wearing hockey pants.
Everyone's got to have a gimmick, haven't you?
A 51-year-old, whatever, Karatha man has
Karatha man.
For the good of Karatha.
Thank you, Karatha man.
Travis Gardner, thank you for the $3 in the Weibo Legs. Hey, I can't find the Foucault rant. I think Twitter lost it. Really? But that was Focution decimation. It was the bomb.
Bukoshin annihilation.
Yes. The 51-year-old Karatha Man has been charged with a string of offenses in relation to an alleged vigilante crime group in the city. Now, wait a minute. We have opposing words here. Is it a crime group or a vigilante group? Now, I realize vigilantes are inherently criminals, so why didn't you just call them a crime group committing vigilante acts?
Or vigilante group. Leave it there, couldn't you? Really?
Right. Who are, it's like saying bank robbers. Do you really need to say they're a crime group of bank robbers?
Yeah. Group of criminals known for robbing banks. Oh, you mean bank robbers?
Detectives yesterday executed a search warrant on a Karatha house where they arrested a man and charged him with the incident of committing an indictable offense.
Dealing?
Hold on. They charged him with an indictment of committing an indictable offense. They charged him with a crime of committing a criminal act.
You got the crime of committing a crime.
Travis Gardner with the double Weibo legs. Oh, wow. I think he just likes Weibo's legs. He says, I mean YouTube. So his former statement would read, hey, I can't find the Foucault rant. I think YouTube lost it. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go back and find out what video that was on. Sometimes there's three previous AAAs that have been taken down now. 2 because of copyright shit, and 1 because of Turkey Man.
Damn Turkey! I warned you about Turkey Man.
I'm conceding the fact that it's Turkey Man. I don't know, as a matter of fact, it's Turkey Man. It might have been the title.
It was Turkey Man.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I know it was Turkey Man, just as I know that fucking Karatha Man was indicted on an indictmentable offense. It's fucking Turkey Man.
Well, listen, if you're going to dress up as a vigilante, it's probably best to not, pretend to be the police. Look at him. This is your vigilante?
He doesn't look like a police.
No.
He doesn't look like Karatha Man either, to be honest. I think someone is stepping in.
This is terrible. I think the behavior of some of the people on that Facebook site that we're referring to is deplorable. What are you talking about? This is why you don't.
That Facebook site. Oh, you mean Facebook? Yeah. What the fuck is up with this article?
Well, I'm reading it out of order. It was allegedly being organized, it being the vigilante group. Great thesis sentence there. It, whatever the fuck, was organized through a private Facebook group. So the vigilante group got together on Facebook and said, let's go vigilantize the city of Karatha.
Yeah.
I just like vigilantism. Taking the law into your own hands and whatnot.
I mean, it's always fun to read about, isn't it? Like, the heart's in the right place, but it is, as the article states, still a crime. You can understand why some people get there, though, you know?
Travis
like,
Gardner,
fucking...
thank you for the $3, and stop distracting people with Weibo shapely legs. I'm just
no.
Kidding. Yeah, it's fine.
Do not stop giving Polly $3 to see Weibo legs.
I think it was on
fucking bargain.
I think it was on the December 1st show. It was cut in half by YouTube. Oh, yeah, there's a few of those. People have left that in the comments. What the hell happened to this whole thing? What the hell happened to the second half? Always after it converts it. Because after you put it up, as you guys know, comes up in standard definition, right? And then it's processing for a while before it goes up in HD. During the processing time, something gets kerfucked.
Kerfucked, I like that. I will be using that.
Feel free. Licensing fees will be, you can deal with my attorney.
$3.
Yeah, $3. But you get Weibo legs with it.
Yeah, that's $1.50 per gam.
It's a smoking deal. Normally, it costs you a full dinner and drinks. Okay.
For some reason, I don't remember how I came to know this. I think we talked about it with her, maybe. Her bra size. That lives in my mind rent-free whenever I see those legs.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the Did I ever tell you about the time that I saw the cam girl that looks like Weibo's doppelganger?
No, but did you save a photo?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think I've psychologically siblingized Weibo because I felt really disturbed, like I was watching my sister.
Well, I haven't done that, so let me see the photo.
What are you doing, Step Sinatra? I'm just saying, I don't think Eddie's going to be very happy about the way we're talking about his girlfriend right now.
Ed can suck me.
Well, okay. But besides, Weevil's actual boyfriend might take issue with that.
Yeah, Ed.
Ed Indro, yeah.
Sure. So, stepping out of Dindro's fantasy world back into the world of the real, somebody had asked way earlier on what's on the menu tonight, and it was a whole bunch of random crimes. Stupid people.
We're fucked. We're using technical terms now.
Yeah. Kerfucked. And a whole bunch of animal news. A lot of animal crime wave stuff, Drunkel. The animals seem to be rising up. This is just what's happening. You know, it's not intentional. I didn't go seeking these, but you know. And
no, it just happens. Yeah, it's fucking. It's crazy out there, man.
Well, okay, but animals in general, because animals break, not just animal crime waves, but animals breaking loose, people stealing animals. So you know, it's a theme. You'll see. Let's do it. Roaming moose in Massachusetts was city tranquilized and relocated. Apparently, in Marlborough, Massachusetts, according to the Associated Press, the moose on the loose in Massachusetts City was tranquilized Tuesday and moved to a more appropriate setting. Apparently, what I found interesting is that the Martin Freehand, a deer moose biologist. Oh, wow. Your mom must be so proud.
Follow your passions.
Yeah, don't listen to me, Marty. You're doing the right thing.
You'll never work a day in your life if you love your job. I mean, meese aren't fucking little creatures. Like, to relocate it, that must have been like, what, we're talking a fucking helichopper or something here? Like,
oh yeah, they're giants, man. A moose,
right.
Moose had or meese had largely disappeared from Massachusetts in the early 1700s because of Indians killing too many of them and Indians setting up their teepees and not allowing them to live there. But they began appearing in greater numbers.
Oh, but when other people do it.
Did you just say Indians weren't people?
I think that's what he said.
No, I didn't.
Sinatra that's kind of what he said, isn't it?
It's kind of what I heard.
No, we got different Indians over here in the UK. All right, we're getting our wires crossed. We're crossing the international punchline here.
Are you saying South Asians are not people?
Far from it, sir. Far from it. Vigilantism is a crime. Oh God, that's all I got so far.
All right. I just like the idea that moose have disappeared and now they're back with a vengeance. Apparently they've got a whole bunch of them. The state's current moose population is around 900 to 1,000. So kill as many as you want. It's fine. They'll come back.
They're taking their land back, Polly.
Exactly. They're on the rise. I think that's great. They're like completely gone to the point where someone seeing a moose is like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. And all of a sudden, well, no, actually there's 900 to 1,000 of them now.
The meese have gone crazy. They got off the reservation.
They're not listening to the Indians anymore. This one I really like.
Did you just say Indians aren't people?
No, I said the meese aren't listening to them anymore. Beekeepers using tracking devices to protect precious hives. As almond trees start to bloom in California, so do beehive thefts that have become so prevalent that beekeepers are now turning to GPS tracking devices, surveillance cameras, and other anti-theft technology. You got to be a bold man to run up and grab a beehive.
Yeah, no shit.
Bees?
That's what I'm saying. Apparently, thievery is a thing because Daisy Nguyen is filling us in.
That's got a sting.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the buzz on this article then?
Hive thefts have been reported elsewhere in the country, but most recently, 3 hives containing about 60,000 bees were taken from a grocery chain's garden in central Pennsylvania. They happen at a larger scale and uniquely in California this time of year because bees are most in demand during the largest pollination event in the world. In the past few weeks, 1,036 beehives worth hundreds of thousands of dollars were reported stolen from orchards statewide, the authorities said. The largest heist involved 384 beehives that were taken from a field in something county, prompted by the Beehive Keepers Association to offer a $10,000 reward.
Jesus.
So they were honey laundering.
Yeah. Drunkel Jesus. Oh, fuck.
That's pretty good.
It's hard to articulate how it feels to care for your hives all year, only to have them stolen from you, Claire Towser wrote on Facebook to spread the word about the reward. A day later, an anonymous tipster led authorities to recover most of the boxes and a forklift stolen from Towser's family business, a rural property in Yolo County. Really? Well, you invited it by virtue of the name of the place you live. Should we steal those things? YOLO, brother. Do it.
The Queen.
I just, motherfuckers getting down. It's like, we got to do what we got to do. You know what these things are worth on the street? Psst, buddy.
Surely it'd be not psst, it'd be psst, buddy. Psst, over here.
Quit bumbling around. Moving along.
Oh, fuck off.
Mr. Porter may act in Western Australia gun heist trial if election timing allows, court hears. And I was like, wait. They had guns there to steal? Yes, apparently there's a giant rash of gun store thefts going on in Western Australia.
Oh.
Doesn't
heist suggest that they were all in the same place, doesn't it? And like someone dressed up as someone who works in the casino next door, and you had like a Chinese acrobat in there as well. There was a tech man who hacked all the cameras, got into their mainframe, and then right as they stole all the guns in the heist, they got caught. But it turns out that wasn't the real heist all along.
That remake of Ocean's 11 was terrible.
My explanation?
No,
the actual remake of Ocean's 11.
I just started thinking of the remake of Ocean's 11 and what a tragic transgression it was upon the 1960s.
Oh god, it wasn't good.
No, here, speaking of animal attacks.
This tragic gardener for the $9 says, so we had 3 inches of sleet on top of 0.25 inches of ice and another 0.5 inches of ice moving in. You live in the Arctic, tragic gardener?
Sounds like.
Thank you for the $9. And stay warm, motherfucker.
Sinatra, would you consider 100 firearms stolen from one place at one time a heist? I would.
Yeah. I think the minimum would be 40.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if it's 100 like Glocks, probably not. But if it was like, really expensive rifles, then yeah, it depends on the value of the firearms in question, surely.
Glocks are $500-600 a piece.
Unfortunately,
but then
yeah.
That's not.
They do sell
that's
$300
robbery,
guns for
though.
$500-600.
Look, okay, they're not high points. Calm down.
Well,
I think a heist, there is a line between a robbery and a heist, and I think that is the street value of whatever's been stolen. I'd say around.
Really? It's not the cheeky, quirky
$100,000.
line said by the incredibly charming heisters. That's not the dividing line.
I mean,
If it's a meth head, it's
yeah.
just a theft. But if it's like a bunch of overpaid Hollywood stars acting like they're cooler
Yeah,
than they are,
it comes
it's a
down to
heist.
what they're wearing at the time, I think.
Oh, yeah. I understand. This is why I was suggesting it.
If someone's wearing a suit but without a tie, then yeah, it's probably a heist.
Fuck George Clooney. Moving on. Magpies. Oh, there we go. Magpies have outwitted scientists by helping each other remove their tracking devices.
For them.
Oh, little bastards, aren't they?
Oh my God. Look at this. I'm going to hang
You say
upside down.
smart, but look at this photo.
Yeah, I'm going to hang upside down by this towel, Carl. Okay, Steve. Okay, there's this thing on my leg. Get it off. And then I'll help you get yours off, and then those humans won't be chasing us anymore. Mwahaha.
Oh, I swallowed it, Steve.
And these guys think it's hilarious.
They think it's hilarious. They're mobilizing, you idiots.
When we
They know
attach
what
tiny...
tracking is.
when we
They're going to start tracking us next.
Yeah, they're going to drop the tracking devices in this lady's purse, and she's not going to know what's happening, but they're, accusing her of, I don't know, going places magpies shouldn't, like banks and lawyers' offices and houses.
Wait, so hold on. If you ever saw a magpie in a bank, you'd be like, get out of here, magpie. This isn't for you.
Yes, I would chase a magpie out of a bank, yes.
What, a lawyer's office? You just walk into a lawyer's office and there's a magpie there. Say it's on a perch. It's like it's his emotional support magpie or something like that. You'd be like, get out of here, magpie!
Travis Gardner, thank you for the $3. I feel heist should be decided by the amount of organization and danger involved, not the amount. So if it is a massive, organized theft where they've got like computers and CGI recreations and whatnot, oh baby, hello.
Get out of here, Jessica Alba!
Yeah, and they've got like chalkboards and they need people to memorize lines that they're saying to security guards, but all they're stealing is like a Jolly Rancher. It's still a heist, but if some meth head just snatches a Fabergé egg, it's theft. It's the complexity of the stealing that matters, you see?
Maybe for a heist, you need a man on the inside. Otherwise, it's just a robbery.
I could see that. But that speaks to the complexity of it.
At least 2 costume changes.
Absolutely. Weibo's Retractable Weenie donated $5.56. Has Drunkel been cured of his scurvy yet? I'm late. How's the scurvy going?
That's all right. Tootling along.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they put these backpack tracking devices on 5 Australian magpies for a pilot study.
They don't even have backpacks. What were they thinking?
They put pilot for a pilot study. They fly. See what they did there?
Oh, yes, all right. Yeah, that's pretty good.
We didn't expect to discover an entirely new social behavior rarely seen in birds. The goal is to learn more about how these flying rats get around and where they go.
Hey, magpies are beautiful creatures, man.
No, they're not. They attack
smart.
people. They swoop in strafing runs on people.
Yeah, if you've wronged them, they won't forget, and they'll tell their friends that you've wronged them.
I mean, look at these beasts.
I think
That's
Drunkel is now part of the animal crime wave.
Corvids are fucking incredibly smart creatures. They have.
That's exactly what a co-conspirator would say.
Yeah.
Quit
Quit backing up the criminals.
They're not criminal. You're the criminals who try to track them. And then you go, they've taken the trackers off. We've got improvise. Wing it, I dare say.
You shouldn't have
Be right
dared. Okay, see you later.
Where are we, John Boy? If I had to guess,
Don't leave
I'd say
now.
Communist
There you go.
China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Arrow Shogun for the 5 says, when I think of the word, I automatically think of British heist movies about stealing high-value items in a highly skilled fashion. Also, was given a 303 British Enfield bullet by mistake. Your fault. You're fucking welcome, Arrow Shogun. Got a little bit of history there. Thank you very much for the 5.
2 to 3 Brits, good round. I love Lee Enfields. Wish I had one.
Am I the only one funding
I
this
love
show?
magpies.
Give these fuckers some money. I agree, Travis Gardner. Give Polly money.
There's that awesome $40 donation if anyone. Well, there's the awesome, Golden Otter card if anyone's feeling really generous.
Of course. I mean,
I,
wait, it's
oh,
not there
there's-
anymore.
there's-
Someone
there's-
heisted it away from you.
There's Naked Jessica or Naked Eva Green for $50. I mean, there's all kinds of wonderfulness down there if you just look and you're interested.
I thought $50 was the cookies.
Oh yeah, that's right. $50 is the cookies. $20 is Naked Eva. Naked Eva Green is a bargain. $20, $50. You get Jessica Alba and with bottom music going on with cookies and lingerie. I mean, what more could you ask for? Okay, moving along. Fraser Coast Snake Catcher is the envy of his field. With bedazzling blue beauties. He found a bunch of neon snakes, yo.
Oh, I
Wow,
thought you were
that-
going to say he bedazzled the snakes.
No, they come
But the magpies came in and removed the jewels.
they come pre-dazzled. Pre-bedazzled.
He looks like a snake catcher.
He does. Yeah, it looks like he's got burned up, distorted fingers from all the snake venom over the years of snakes going, don't pick me up.
He grew a beard to stop the snake from biting its chin. She doesn't give a shit. She's about to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's your beard?
Hey, Eve in the Garden of Eden, quit communicating with the snake. Like, you can't talk to it. And if it's talking to you...
Trying, though.
Yeah, with your bony Skeletor-like face, you can't talk to that snake. Psychically.
I will eat the snake.
Ugh, crazy lady. And you researchers serenading dolphins in an attempt to understand if music is the key to communication. It's not. They're not communicating. They're just saying, hey, yo, I'm over here. That's it. It's nothing more than that. And no matter how smart a dolphin is, they're more tasty than they are intelligent. So, you know, that's it.
The dolphins are communicating with them. They're like, turn it down! Trying to fucking sleep over here.
Researchers at the National Australian University, whatever, are playing high-frequency instruments for dolphins in New South Wales, so they're sitting there with violins at the edge of the water to determine if humans can communicate with marine mammals through music. The only marine mammals you can communicate with are otters. Otters. Which are not delicious and don't taste
Talking to
like
one
chicken.
right now.
Whoever said that in chat. Yeah. I mean, check this out. Communication on a highly developed level. All sorts of intellect at work here. Dolphins? They go good with teriyaki. That's it.
A bunch of fucking perverts, mate.
They are. It's true.
I don't want to be strong, like man.
Like man, who look pretty.
I want to be strong, like bitch that fight bears in the forest.
Only one Travis. Suck my
Oh boy, here we go.
And go back to the beginning, since you can't watch the one from Friday or tack it Tuesday.
True. Game of Lean is doing some supporting that's very accurate.
They're not water ferrets. Well, sort of.
Water dogs.
Yeah, well, yeah. They're sea doggos. Sure. Ferrets? No. No. Ferrets.
So you're a freshwater otter.
Yeah, river otter.
A river, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's got to be like sea dog is, you know, it's got a nice little connotation to it. It's gonna be like just just a body of water otter.
Yeah, I mean, sea otters they're the rapists, by the way. River otters.
They're
are
the
not.
rapists,
Yeah,
yeah.
They're the river otters are the freshwater otters, and they're the ones that spend a lot of time outside of water, and they're adorable and petable, and they're the ones doing all the cute things you see online. And me sitting over in the chairs, we smoke cigars and drink scotch. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you judging a whole demographic based on the actions of a few here, Polly? When you're saying sea otters are rapists?
I'm going off of what
like
Irate Alex continues to spread all over the internet. That's it. I am
Yeah.
responding to that and that alone.
It's actually libel, though, is it? It's not slander. It's not like, 13% of the otter population is responsible for... I'll leave that there.
Okay, look at this thing. Prehistoric sea scorpion fossil, a first of its kind find in central Queensland. You know?
That's like a...
For a second?
Horseshoe crab or some shit. I mean, my first question is, how does it taste?
Probably like lobster.
Yeah. Insects of the ocean, yeah. Well, that went on for a long
Oh, you just had to break it.
time. I did. I don't like, I hate dead air, mate. It does bad things to... Bad things.
Oh my god. Follow you there?
Said take the show for a second there. I just got a quick phone call where someone, and I was like, yeah, I can't talk right now, but I'll call you back. But I said it very politely because it was someone I really need to answer the phone for.
Dolphin.
Yeah.
I'm busy, bitch.
No, I would not call that man a bitch. Not if I ever wanted another research contract again.
The funny part about that is I called Polly right then. And I just hung up.
Boom Johnson for the $2. Polly Slim. I'm just do my own thing. You see what I'm saying, Drunkel?
Don't own it, mate.
Wow, playing it out.
And if I did, he'll use it, bud.
Okay, so this thing disgusts me. That's why I brought it up. I find that thing disgusting.
Why are you calling Sinatra a thing?
Well, the picture on screen, bro. Jeez, shit. We must teach sea otters not to rape. Nice, Molly. Jesus Christ. Right back to 2016 with it. I find this thing so gross. Because look at this guy. Look how happy he is. He's like, look, I found a giant prehistoric roach. It's a fucking roach, man.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you can snap the legs off and get delicious meat out of them. I
think you might be able to.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, you know,
Meat
there's,
holding.
there's some meat holding in there. There's got to be.
I don't see. This is the thing. People like talk about lobsters and crabs and whatnot, and they're like, "Oh, they're sea insects." I'm like, just because they got an exoskeleton doesn't mean that they don't fall into the same classification. They don't. That's why they're tasty, and you shouldn't eat the bugs because the bugs are not full of the same stuff that lobsters and crabs are.
Yeah, they're not the same thing.
Yeah, this thing's a giant sea bug, legitimately.
Generally, if something's got an exoskeleton, it's hiding something delicious. And you're right about lobsters. There was
Same with the alien.
Exactly the same with the alien. I think it was in Liverpool, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that prisoners were fed lobster as it was seen as a disgusting food.
But they were simply wrong.
Well, I mean, it's not that they were wrong. It's just times changed, you know, and now we are all prisoners. We're in an exoskeleton of our own making.
Huh.
Bad things.
Okay, look at this thing.
That disgusts me.
Okay, see what I'm saying? Lots of animal stories saying there's a rarely seen baby ghost shark hauled up from ocean's depths off of New Zealand. Talk about a prisoned island. Jesus.
That is not a ghost shark. That is a rat bird.
Isn't that fucking disgusting? Doesn't that look like something?
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's like someone took a tadpole and sewed some feathers on it.
I'd still eat it.
See, you don't know how good they are wrapped, you know, little sashimi style or
breadcrumbs, you know.
Yeah, roll in some breadcrumbs, pan fry it up. I'd still eat it. It's
fuck yeah.
Have you ever had soft shell crab, Drunkel?
Is that where you eat the shell?
That's right.
No, I have not.
You see, these things don't even have bones. You can see right through them. You can see their organs.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just like a chicken nugget in its natural habitat.
Except it has eyes and fins and a tail.
Yeah, but no bones. So what's the point in having a tail?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
What does it do? You know?
I think they'd be best.
Yeah,
but I think a wet batter rather than a breadcrumb roll would be best for this thing.
It's getting fried. I think we can agree on that. It's
Yeah.
getting fucking fried.
And douse it in a little flour, off to the wet batter, right into some hot oil.
Egg?
A bit of egg, yeah, because we want that layer of separation between, you know.
Of course we do.
Yeah. And you pick one end, and like it becomes a game for the kids. Did you get head or tail? You know.
I am not even gonna reply to that.
Fun for the whole family, you know.
I think I've seen that porn once.
Okay, now well, hold on. Check this out, though. It gets interesting. The ghost shark, which isn't actually a shark, but a species of boneless fish called a chimera.
Not actually a ghost either. So, like, the name is just bullshit, isn't it? Like, it's just lies.
It's a boneless chimera. So when we say no bones, we mean it. No bones. These are, what would we call them? What are they when they're in their breaded nugget form?
A pupa.
No, that's
Breaded
not
nugget form. Oh my god, that took a minute to register. The breaded nugget. All right, that's it. Show's over. We're done. We can't beat that.
Shut the whole thing down. I'm done.
Yep. No more Friday. No Monday. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it.
It's breaded nugget form. What?
Peaked.
What would we call it? Like
It's a larvae.
No, okay, well, they're
nugget.
called baby ghost sharks. So what are they?
What was it?
Shark nuggies?
Futurama when they were eating the fucking.
Oh yeah, the eggs of the things.
No, it's
Poplars.
The poplars. Thank
Poplars.
You.
Yeah, there we go. We have earth poplars. We'll just go with poplars. They're delicious. You just pop in your mouth and crunch away. Yeah,
So we got a ghost poplar.
Ghost
It's a
poplars
spicy
because they
shark.
become spicy because we spice them with ghost peppers and they're made with ghost
Ghost
sharks.
poplar,
Win there.
Fuck yeah.
Ghost poplars. It's there. Nice marketing.
I'm sold.
Okay, but
What I
yeah,
also like is that larger paragraph just before the next photo. If you scroll down for a moment.
Well, I'm going to get to it in a second
Oh,
because
okay.
it's got the secret hidden within it that you don't know about yet, Sinatra.
That's the bit I saw.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
okay.
You know what I mean.
So
That's
it's
awesome.
boneless, but contains a belly full of yolk. So you get a gooey surprise in the middle when you bite into it.
It comes with its own egg for the battering.
It is a breaded nugget.
What's the photo of this? Is the one where you got to peel them first. This
Those
is how
are-
they grow on the tree.
Those are ghost shark egg capsules.
It's like a Snickers bar in the wild.
Those look like leeches. Are those hard? It looks like plastic.
No, I think it. No, I don't think. I can kind of almost imagine stepping on one.
Yep. I'm doing my part.
Would you like to know more?
Thank you, Drunkel. Yes. High five.
If you step in that, if you step in that, you're doing that weird foot scrape across the pavement for a few steps.
Sure.
Oh yeah, just walk on some grass for a little bit. Oh, fuck.
Sinatra, have you seen Starship Troopers yet?
Yeah,
Don't lie to me, have you?
I have. I watched it Monday evening.
What'd you think?
It was good.
Right?
It's good. I was talking about it in the pub
Yes.
yesterday.
Denise Richards is hot but stupid, right?
No, that's Gillian
Stupid hot.
Anderson.
Well,
Did you watch the
I
X-Files?
I
by
agree with
accident?
you there,
I
Gillian.
watch the X-Files.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson is hot but stupid. There's no question.
I was chatting about it in the pub yesterday, and I got I'm there. The foreigners sat next to me,
Oh.
and she went, "Oh, have I seen this movie?" And she looked it up. Oh, I have, yeah, but in Hungarian. The Hungarian title translates to Interstellar Invasion.
Do what? Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
What? Oh, I was hoping the Hungarians. They're supposed to be all based. It would be like, righteous war against the bugs or something.
Bug fuckers.
Yes, there you go.
Holly, I got something interesting I want to talk to you about later. It was a book I ordered. I think you'll like it.
That's ominous, actually. Moving along. Look at this guy. Isn't he happy?
He looks like at some point he was happy.
This farmer using guinea pigs.
Grew up in Britain, I think.
This farmer's using guinea pigs. Oh, yes.
Kern's bread? Well, gee, I don't know. I guess.
Boom!
You
Muppet
gotta be
chunks.
positive.
Bonk. Sensu, Sansao, Tansao, Tansao. Thank you for the $10. You want something gross? Look up rat-tailed maggot.
No.
I just did, and I took that bullet for you, shall we say?
Rat.
I would not eat it.
Maggot. All right.
Okay, looking that up, and I regret looking that up.
I am not beyond going a little noir bar. We do this all the time on noir bar.
It's not funny gross, it's just
gross.
Just gross. Eat the bugs.
I will not eat the bugs. Look at this.
It's a turd with a tail. That is why that guy got stabbed in the hand on the train, mate.
that's what he left in the toilet.
Right?
For
Pull the
fuck's
fucking
sake.
flush.
Look at this. For fuck's sake.
How whoa, they're rich.
They're pooling their resources to come after us. Ugh.
You have no business needing a tail like that.
Okay, so this guy's ugly, but he's pushing the weeds back by use of
He's happy.
of the guinea pigs. Look at that thing. Munching the weeds.
Getting on it.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got
not
a
a fan.
job.
Not a fan of the guinea pigs.
Well, I'll
I'd
say
eat one.
I'm worried for the man. He's 15 years ago. He took up biodynamic farming, and 2 years ago, he started a syntropic farming, planting multiple tree species together in a 2-acre plot to create a flourishing natural food forest. This guy doesn't look remotely smart enough to be able to do any of this, but okay. It's
No.
Like a supermarket then?
So anyway, he's all into his biodynamicism and whatnot, and he's bringing in the guinea pigs as a natural way of taking out the weeds. Sir, Someone tried that with rabbits in a previous century. You're still dealing with it in Australia. You might want to
And
be
now we
careful.
have myxomatosis.
Yeah, you can't shotgun the rabbits fast enough. So
It's
just
weird,
be careful.
But I was
is what I'm
reading
saying.
about that yesterday. The fucking rabbit plague in Australia. That's so weird. You brought that up.
It is, like, Sinatra. Imagine a situation where you actually, even with a truck full of fucking ammunition and an auto-loading 12 gauge, and you and 400 of your friends, you cannot shoot them fast enough to make a dent in their population.
I don't want to imagine it, but I would like to try it.
Like, you coming down there with like an A12 full auto shotgun and just chugga at the rabbit fences that they've built. And yeah, it does just.
Which did not work either.
Yeah, no, it didn't work at all. Have you seen the videos of the rabbits just like running and they just kind of like bounce off the fence and then they just keep bouncing because they're
There's a surprising amount of footage from that time, actually. Yeah, and it was. I never thought I'd be like kind of intimidated by rabbits. But there's a lot of them. Like, if they organized, if they knew what they were doing, they could easily overpower a man.
Yes. Well, if you see the pictures of Rabbit Island where people like lay down and let all the soft bunnies jump all over them, and it's like you realize they're attacking you, right?
Well, they think they're attacking you.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know.
And it's adorable.
You said that Shelly has taken care of bunnies and whatnot, right?
Yeah, we have 2 of them.
You actually have 2 of them right now. Well, you know they can bite and scratch, man. They're not defenseless.
No, they're dicks. I don't like them.
Like they're waging war against humans. Like, oh, look, they're setting up economic sanctions.
Nah, bunnies are dicks.
I'm telling you, I would be like, we do, where you go to prairie dog towns and you cull the herd, right, Sen? You go down there with your AR and your 223 and you take care of some.
I don't do that either.
Why not? Shelly won't let you. You don't have that there.
She doesn't give a shit.
Well, you could drive far enough to get to one, though. I have.
Yeah, probably, actually. Well, yeah, it can't be too far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Find out where the prairie dog farms are. Go online.
Yeah.
And then go take care of business. They break horses' legs, man.
Rabbits?
No, groundhogs. Prairie dogs.
What's it called?
Ground squirrels.
No, it's the hole in the ground breaks the horse's legs. The prairie dog doesn't do it itself.
Well, yeah, but they're the ones who dig the holes.
I told you to pay me my money.
What's what called?
The event that I'm supposed to look for?
Well, it's not an event. It's just locations of prairie dog towns.
Prairie dog town?
And they're towns because they build these entire warrens. I know those are rabbits, but you get it. This entire network of underground holes that horses break their legs in.
You know who else did that? The Vietnamese.
I don't know if I'm looking up the wrong thing, but I don't see any even remotely close.
Really? No
Yeah.
ground squirrel populations anywhere near you?
But we'll talk after the show.
All right. Have you ever seen any of the videos of people shooting them?
No. I assume they just explode.
So, yeah, it's great.
I've seen whack-a-mole. I'm assuming that's essentially the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about humane pest control, I mean, they have no idea what hit them. It's like, oh, you guys are getting off on the carnage. And it's like, okay, yeah, maybe. But the whole point is that they didn't,
Yes, we are. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. It's like there's no suffering whatsoever. That thing's munching grass and then it's not. It's
a win-win.
Yeah, it's that fast. And plus, it's not like you're not putting them back into the carbon cycle. I mean, their guts aren't there for 12 hours, man. They're gone because of the insects and the whatnots.
Yeah.
And the dumpster diver and meatitarians.
Guinea pig.
And the guinea pigs. Yeah. Okay, so moving along. Danish cops search for, quote, escaped kangaroo. Look at him.
Why is that in a quote?
Well, do you know why? That's actually a very fair question, Sinatra. Nobody has reported a kangaroo missing.
It's like Catch Me If You Can. Like he's assumed the identity of another marsupial now. He's got like a wife and stepchildren and shit. No one knows where he is, where he came from, or even where he's going next.
But it's an interesting point. It's like, wait a minute. Wouldn't somebody miss their kangaroo there? I mean, they're not native. You know what I'm saying? And it's on the loose, and they're trying to catch it, but and that's why they said escaped, because they don't know if it escaped. Maybe it took a plane.
Is it legal? Is it legal to have a kangaroo? In which case, you know, someone's like, oh shit, my kangaroo's gone. Can't report it.
And I love the story. People are just catching images of it, like fleeting images of, I think I might have seen it. Like, you know, a driver saw the marsupial hopping around near Oster-Ustelev, a village 16 kilometers near the city of Robavdivan.
Good old Oster
Crashed his car.
Yeah. They said the driver, whom they would not identify, afraid the, you know, marsupial might come after him, had the presence of mind to film the animal, though they acknowledged the 3-second video they posted was short and grainy. I mean, this you guys are making a really big deal out of a tiny little Joey running around. And seriously, if I lived in Daneland, I would be wondering where the hell my fucking kangaroo's at.
That's if it's this is what I'm saying though, like, because you know, if it's illegal to own a kangaroo in Daneland and they get fucking phone out the authorities, my kangaroo's gone missing, you get arrested and tried in a kangaroo court. Holy fuck!
These are trumped up charges.
I didn't do it, damn it.
This whole damn courtroom's out of order.
Do you know how delicious the Joeys are? Right, light searing on each side.
You want the hoof? You can't handle the hoof.
Yeah. I mean, the head's got to go. There's no meat there to be had. You can't even make head cheese
on the
out
head.
of it. Yeah, you can't even make head cheese.
I think you said head cheese. I heard something completely different.
Well, no, what you do is because they got longer ears than you'd think, right? So you just grab one of their ears, and it's a little Joey, so they're not very heavy heads. So you spin it around and you just throw it out in your backyard. It'll be gone by the next day. There'll just be a little Joey skull out there.
I would use the ears for scooping.
Oh, yeah.
Like a Dorito.
Yeah.
We're eating a lot of animals tonight.
No, that's fine. A wallaby named Jerry went on the run for 4 months after escaping a Danish after-school center.
Called it Jerry, for fuck's sake.
Such a Jerry.
So
it's like they were gonna call it Joey, but didn't, you know?
Or they thought it was from Germany, and they were getting really old school with it.
Outdated news network for $1. There's Kangaroo Jack on the loose after the flop of his movie back in 2003. The last time the marsupial was sighted was attempting to pawn off the god-awful film to underage koalas. More as this develops. Thank you, Outdated News Network. That's what's killing the koalas.
Yeah, I'm right. All right, we're going to do it. Someone mentioned it in chat earlier, and I didn't want to bring attention to it because you're getting ahead of the game. But I appreciate that you knew the story. Hank the Tank is on the run in California. My God. My God. Look at him.
This is following. This is an update from Mondays, then, isn't it? This is Hank the Tank has lost all fear of humans, and now he's
running alongside people. So I was looking at pictures of him, right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Got a human leg.
He's blending in. Lack of fear. He's just. Holy shit! He's burglarizing homes.
Yeah.
Like he's broken into 2 homes this week.
Did he take anything of value? Was it a heist or a robbery?
Look at this. When Hank comes in,
God.
you know he's been there.
Oh fuck yeah. Hank was here.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he fit through that hole in the door? This fucker's massive.
Well, yeah, I think it took him a while. Look at him sitting in
Bloody hell. I've known people like this.
Does it just sit there like that? Like a big blob of
it takes him
unstoppable?
ages to get up.
God, look how wide he is. Like it looks like I fucked around with him in Photoshop. But
a big bowl
that
of
is
violence.
100% how I feel after I eat too much.
He's just like
He's so rotund.
Yeah. Like that is not adorable. That is fearsome. Like my good God.
He's a law unto himself, Polly.
Yeah.
He cares not about our
Bless
petty human rules and regulations. This is Hank the Tank.
Well,
Hank the Hank.
I don't know. I think the idea is that he's trying to acclimate, but he's from the woods, so he doesn't quite get it. He's confusing people's homes with grocery stores. He's actually friendly. He hasn't mauled anybody yet.
Wants to live.
Yeah. Do you have a firearm that could take him down, Sinatra? You got one capable?
Best I got is a 308.
You don't have a shotgun? You don't have slugs?
Oh, I guess a 12 gauge would. Yeah, maybe. I don't want to get close enough though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a 12 gauge is just going to piss him off, to be honest.
Well, I don't mean like buckshot. I'm talking slugs. Like, aim for the skull and slugs. You put 4 or 5 of those 1 ounce slugs in them. What is it? 72 caliber or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
For an ordinary bear, possibly, mate, but this is Hank the Tank we're talking about.
It's
He
true.
has no fear of humans.
I mean, look, just imagine this guy's skeleton. Like, try and picture a skeleton inside of this bear suit here.
I do. I can picture several human skeletons inside this bear here.
Right? Like, that's what I mean. Like, imagine like the breadth of his shoulders. So you shoot him broadside, right? It's just gonna ping off of his shoulders. I mean, how dense and wide they must be. I mean, think of his shoulders go from ear to ear. He's a big boy.
He's a menace.
And okay, being as big as he is, you don't think that he's gonna start breaking
find
into
the
places
vital
for
organs.
food? Imagine how many calories this fucker has to take in a day just to keep walking.
Yeah.
3 or 4 humans worth. And I mean their bodies,
I
not
never
their
thought I'd
caloric
see
intake.
Amberlyn Reed as a bear.
Well, if he pulled Amber Lynn into his cave back here, how long do you think he could, survive off of her?
She's like 600 pounds, dude. Probably a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
He'd mate with her.
there's
Yeah.
yeah, he wouldn't understand. It's not food. It's a lover.
It's a hairless bear.
You wouldn't want him as a pet.
Tank.
If you get
Hack
the
that tank. Hack that tank. Hack that tank.
That's what I like to see. Elden Ring is a masterpiece. My thoughts after 60 hours of gameplay. I can't wait.
Read another articles, motherfucker.
Just popped up on my Twitter feed.
Okay, look at this. Hold on. You ready?
Hank disapproves.
So that is a Nambat.
Oh, you're cute.
Yeah, a little Australian animal.
Devious.
Okay. Numbat breakthrough fuels thylacine dream. Okay, you want Jurassic Park? You want Thylacine Park? This is how you get it. Okay? Researchers at the University of Western Australia and DNA Zoo Australia have mapped the Numbat's DNA for the first time using a blood sample from a Perth zoo. The chromosome-linked genome, blah, 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 conservation efforts of 1,000 Numbats remaining in the world. According to this place, the university's Professor Parwinder, rather, it could help scientists decode the other close relatives, including the thylacine, which has been extinct since the 1930s. And the Tasmanian tiger they want to bring back because it's a close relative of this little guy. Don't start this. Don't do this. This is how you get Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Didn't you see what happened in that movie?
Several movies telling us why this is a bad idea.
Yeah. Don't start breeding animals from bygone eras, okay? Tasmanian tigers were delicious. They went the way they should have.
Mm-hmm. That's where we get the saying, as delicious as a dodo.
Yeah.
I like this guy, though. I like his markings. It's like he's trying to be an armadillo.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I can't believe there's only 1,000 of these little Nambats left.
I'd eat one.
Yeah, I would. And fry them up with, a few ghost poplars on the side.
Oh, yeah. Now
Yeah,
you're talking.
They'd be like hush
Nugget.
puppies.
Breaded nuggets.
Sorry, hush puppies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a type of shoe where I'm from. What's a hush puppy there?
It's a food item.
Pancake ball.
Yeah, good call. It's a pancake ball.
It's come in balls?
When you live in America. They're little fried balls of particular cakey dough. And then they're delicious.
Okay.
Moving along. Sora News 24
yes,
to the
Sora,
rescue.
yes.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Police baffled by bizarre guardrail theft crime spree in Japan.
Next up, they need guards for the guardrails.
Yes. Underground criminal ring hasn't been told fences and walls don't work. Okay. Thieves have taken over 200 rails to end terminals. There's a crime spree going on in Chiba Prefecture, Tokyo's neighbor to the east, with thieves making off with 200 items within the past 3 months. The criminals aren't going after precious stories, luxury cars, high-end electronics, though. No, their target is roadside guardrails. Over a roughly 2-week period from February 25th to January 25th to February 10th, Chiba's Road and Environment Bureau says that 13 guardrails in the national prefecture highways have been stolen, along with 42 curved end terminals, as the pieces are at the end of a rail section.
Curved end terminals.
Look at that.
Valuable.
That's where they're disappearing from.
You hate to be the guy who's got to report this to your superior as well. Just like, I mean, is this a heist or is it a robbery? It's like, sir, there's been a robbery on Highway 25. Okay, all right. What do they take? Guardrail. What? Guardrail. Speak up! I can't hear you. They took a guardrail. Who the fuck steals a guardrail?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it for? Okay, so Gaspipe Casso, mob boss, his son was indicted for this massive scheme of collecting nickels to drain a certain metal from them, which is, of course, a federal crime and a big deal. But there's a massive amount of money in it because the metal that's within the coins is worth more than the coin. It's a collection of nickels, and we're going to melt them down and extract this particular metal, which we're then going to sell in ingots, presumably. Is that what's going on here? Is the metal worth that much? I mean, I don't know if you've seen the price of, like, Sinatra. If you want to know why ammunition costs are going up, look at the cost of a pound of lead or a pound of copper on the open market. It's ridiculous.
I believe it.
It's fucking nuts. Like, over the past 10 years, the price for those metals have spiked. And it's like they pass the cost along to the consumer. It's not just price gouging. The cost of raw materials going up. So, is metal hard to come by in Chiba Prefecture is the question. Perhaps there's Psst, kid, want a rail? See what I did there, Drunkel? Want a rail?
Cut one up for us. Oh, you mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those things are awfully loud.
Good. Softly as a cloud.
Okay.
It runs as soft. What about us drunken slobs?
Oh, hold on. Here we go. The thefts ultimate happening in the city of Chiba started in winter towns of Abiko, Inzaikai, Kashawa, Sakua, and Shirobi. Yeah, suffer with that, weebs. Butchered the shit out of every one of them. Have collective... what?
I think it's clear what's happening here.
Okay.
It's an international thing. The animal crime wave is worldwide. We know this. This is local animals stealing guardrails. They're going to melt it down to give Hank the Tank some armor. It'll be unstoppable. Be like those bears from fucking His Dark Materials, mate. Armored bears. You ain't fucking with that.
So, add it all up. The amount that's been stolen, 133 end terminals and 13 guardrails, 26 rails, 170 end terminals. The collective damage is roughly 1.5 million yen, or 13 grand US. Sinatra, they're only held on with fucking bolts, man. I got a ratchet set. Let's hit the highway.
I've got a impact driver. Well, half our time.
Yeah, well, you know what? So do I, actually. A battery operated impact driver that came with the 2 set battery powered drill and it came with an impact wrench. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's hit the highway and make some fucking money, man.
I got the Ryobi. Shit, man, we'll get
so
that.
Mine's Ryobi too. Yeah.
Ryobi's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I got the 24 volt battery pack, the super large one, because I wanted it to last extra long. Yeah, we'll be out there, and just throwing them in the back of your truck and we're off.
Is that the noise it makes?
Let's go.
Yeah,
That's literally the noise it makes.
Yeah, it really
like
is.
Like a drowning possum. Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes a. You never heard an air tool before?
They don't have air over there.
Jesus.
I hate Wednesday.
Big Gamer Cat, thank you for the $1. Scrap metal, probably. At the Walmart I work at, we can't put plastic pallets or just the pallets themselves outside because people are stealing them. Probably the same thing there. People are stealing the plastic pallets. The wood pallets I could see because you can, burn those. What are they doing with the plastic pallets? They're just that valuable in and of themselves? Hey, Johnny, what are you doing? Nothing, boss. Okay. Grab the work truck. Go steal some plastic pallets. You know how much those things cost? Like $150 each. Go get them. What happens if I get caught? Well, I don't care about you. There you go.
They're melting them down to make the hinges for Hank the Tank's armor.
What? Out of plastic? I don't think so. That would make him vulnerable. That's where people would be aiming.
Vulnerable. Have you seen him?
There's a fruit fly outbreak in Adelaide. God, they just got nonstop bio problems in Australia, man. Your eyes are too big.
They're obnoxiously large, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't like you for that alone. Seriously, don't breed these things. They're going to be huge. They're going to come after your fucking mathematicians and whatnot. They're going to go after your 13-year-old girl hackers. You've seen Jurassic Park. I know how it goes. Hold on to your butts. We're all fucked.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying. Okay, do you want to move on to human news now?
I mean, I feel as though this is all news that affects humans. I think it's all been human news so far.
Fair enough. Queensland man dies after allegedly having legs sawn off.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Oh, how allegedly is this? Like, either he's got a leg or he hasn't. There's no alleged with this.
Good point. Let's find out. Man has been charged with murder after allegedly sawing off another man's leg. A man, 66, died in a park in Innisfail, far north Queensland, early on Saturday after being found by passers-by in a single-legged state. Police believe that the man and suspect, 36, had some sort of arrangement in which the younger man would amputate the older man's leg? I'm reading this for the first time.
I have heard of this before, actually. Like, people try to sell body parts on, like, Craigslist and shit.
Well, you'd think you'd want, like, a surgical removal, like, where it's nice and clean, not jagged because you used a fucking rip saw.
Yeah.
You just get a sawzall and cut through it, get a cauterizing iron like in Boondock Saints and call it a day.
Yeah, oh yeah. You're out there with a rip saw and a blowtorch and just, hold still, Steve. There, it's all sealed up.
You do the environment. You do the old mallet upside the head. And it makes the cymbal noise and it gets a lump and tips over.
The two men were known to each other. Well, I hope so. Police said,
sure this park is sterilized? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
They were on a gurney, like in an operating theater, clinical environment, out in the middle of the woods,
in between two trees.
Yeah, exactly.
I think of like a little pavilion where a homeless guy just pissed all over the place, and the guy going to buy the leg was like, "Get out of here, go away." Scared him off, and he like just ran a paper towel over the top. He's like, "That's good."
A wet wipe. Yeah.
Police say the men drove to the park together. Then 20 minutes later, the 36-year-old man allegedly cut off the other man's leg under the knee with a circular saw. Sin, fuck.
I'll do it.
Yo, I mean it doesn't cut deep enough to get through.
Yeah, you'd have to make two passes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna have to go around the whole leg. A circular saw doesn't plunge deep enough. Fucking crazy.
Depends on the size of the circular saw, though. It could have a really small leg.
Yeah, I guess he was a little skinny guy. The suspect then assisted the injured man back into the car. He didn't just hop over. I love this. Look at this. This is great. The suspect then assisted the injured man back to the car before leaving the area on foot. Yeah, it certainly wasn't on feet.
Hey!
A passerby found the injured man and called emergency services, but the 66-year-old died shortly after. During my 34 years as a police officer, I've never experienced a situation as we presented with here today.
Come on, he's Australian, Polly. Come on.
I can't do it. Can you?
Huh?
Go ahead, do it. Let's hear it.
During my 34 years as a police officer, I've never experienced a situation as we are presented with here today.
You know what? To my ear, that was not bad. Now, I'm sure all the Australians are out there losing their fucking minds, but to my ear, that was pretty good, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, thank you. All right. Now give me your legs.
If I could do that passable of an Australian accent, I would drive far crazy with it daily. Fucking daily. Just so you know. Whew. Okay. Telltale signs ignored as woman sat dead for 2 years.
God.
The decomposed remains of a 61-year-old woman have been found in her London flat about 2 years after she died. Neighbors.
Most of London just smells like that anyway, so you can't blame the neighbors, can you?
Okay, well, okay, that part has been dismissed. What other telltale signs are there beyond the necrotic smell of London proper that's there anyway, apparently?
An abundance of fruit flies.
Neighbors had complained about a, quote, horrific stench coming from the residents. They reported it to the Housing Association and police on numerous occasions, but claimed nothing had been done. They were too busy checking thought crimes. What do you expect? Fuck. They got to prioritize. During this time, the woman's mailbox had been piling up with letters, which were only discovered this week when local police finally broke the door open to investigate.
Is that the 2 years worth of letters? Oh, she was a lonely woman.
Yeah, well. Most of the letters I get are bills anyway. I'd probably just leave them there, too. There was also a bicycle out there. Donate to me, I'm poor. Fuck, I mean, seriously. There was also a bicycle outside her door, which hadn't been moved in some time. That's weird, living in London and not having your bicycle stolen.
Right?
Huh. Authorities were called on Friday when some neighbors heard her balcony door banging open and shutting during violent storms sweeping through London. Upon entering, it's been reported the woman was found sitting on the sofa in a skeletal state, which proved she had been dead for a very long time.
Oh, and the balcony windows were open as well. See, you got fucking all the bugs and all the animals and their mums coming in and fucking having a nosh down on her. Jesus Christ.
Can I ask, who the fuck was paying her rent on her flat?
She could have owned it.
But if, well, even owning it, you still pay something for it.
Right, like taxes or whatnot, right?
No, I mean, council tax, certainly, but she would be old enough that she wouldn't have to pay it.
Oh. Okay. Look at this. Woman's body found partially eaten by cats months after death. See, cats will eat you.
Oh, yeah.
There's your proof right there. One's body partially eaten by cats months after death. There's your proof. Okay, so check this out.
She'd have a heating bill or anything because she doesn't need it.
A neighbor told My London it smelled like, quote, rotting chicken, and during the summer, it was flies galore.
I was wondering about the flies, yeah.
But despite ongoing complaints, police reportedly told neighbors lots of people had moved out of London during the pandemic, and she could have been abroad. The woman's death is being treated as unexplained, but not suspicious. A statement from police confirmed.
Like, it's just pretty fucking suspicious.
I'm sorry. This is just the worst way. You know, you're watching Jeopardy, you die, and 2 years later, you know, whatever.
Eaten by cats.
Yeah, flies. You don't even have a cat.
Well, yeah. As a man once said, it's just part and parcel of living in London.
Molly Okami, that's what I was thinking. Everything could have been on autopay. That's how my bills are.
Am I the only one that finds this tragic?
I mean,
no, it's
Drunkel, get married, have children. For Christ's sake, you could end up like this.
She was 66, mate. Like, I think to the time of her having children had passed.
She could have a gentleman friend.
Yeah, but the menopause is still a thing.
That doesn't stop them from being companions and enjoying each other's company.
And you can have sex after menopause and during.
You can, but you can't have. You said have children. She can't have children.
No, well, okay. I don't think she. Okay, listen. She either had children, then he didn't give a fuck about her, and just left her there dead. It's like, geez, mom didn't reply with the usual thank you call after the Happy Mother's Day card.
Do you like Kern's bread? Well, gee,
This is.
I don't know.
Am I the only one who finds this tragic?
You gotta be positive.
I'd rather go out shot by a fat Muppet than the way this lady did.
You don't know how she died.
Well, just sitting there on the couch watching Jeopardy or whatever.
It was probably quite peaceful then, wasn't it? It was just, you're there 1 minute and the next
Yeah, but
minute
nobody's there to bury your fucking earthly remains. I mean, this is. She didn't go outside and touch grass. It's clear.
She's worried.
No one was worried. That's my point. Her kid, if she did indeed have kids, they had moved away and were like, "Fuck mom," because they didn't give a fuck, and that's sad. What about her husband?
Calls the bitch.
Yeah, or her husband's probably already in the ground, probably nagged him there. This is just sad. I don't know. Fine. Okay, thank you, Doc, for the $10.
Are you really like that sympathetic for her now? You just implied that she nagged her husband to death in the same breath as you're saying, oh, but there was no one to look after her. Was she a bitch or not, Polly? Is this a tragedy or not? Pick a fucking side here.
I'm just saying, at the root of this story, I'm not talking about the woman in particular. I'm talking about the circumstances as a concept. This is one of the worst ways you could go.
She didn't fall into a wood chipper or anything. It's like
No,
she was
okay, yeah,
already
there are worse ways you could. I said one of. Yes, there's worse ways you could go. You could have your head cut off by a jihadi on the internet. That's a terrible way to go.
But at least they'll bury your body.
No, they won't. They're just going to leave you there in the desert because there's 7th century. Well, I'll just leave it alone, guys.
Right.
Yeah, they don't need to get into that.
Yeah. Thank you, Doc, for the $10. There was a local case where a patient had gained so much weight that they couldn't stop their dog from eating their foot and bled to death.
Whoa.
Very confusing till they found the security footage.
Holy shit.
My God.
That dog.
That's insane.
Bad boy.
Eat your pets, people. Colt Krill through $7.77 saying, wait, you can age out of council taxes in England. You can't age out of property taxes in America. Very different thing. Council tax goes towards maintenance of the roads and the people who come and empty your bins and shit like that. Yeah, when you hit a certain age, you don't have to pay it anymore because you've paid enough into the system that, you quite rightfully get shit for free from now on. It's not like a property tax, though. It's just like a general maintenance for the delight of living in England. Thank you, Colt Krill.
I don't know.
Bad things.
I mean, this is 2 depressing things in a row. The dog foot guy and this lady just, turning into a skeleton on a couch, man. It's sad. Okay, let's move on to something less depressing. No shit.
Yes.
Well, there we go.
You
See, now that's the way to go. Some anime cat girl shooting you.
That's the way to go. Getting shot by an anime girl.
Gamer Lee, thank you for the $18 on the one-shot, two-shot. Stop projecting your parental desires. Some of us like spending as we choose, since some people believing buying food for your kid isn't a choice. So you're saying it's enforced servitude when you have children, Sinatra? Do you feel that way?
No.
What the hell's Gamer Feline talking about then?
But buying food for your children isn't a choice. I don't see a problem with that.
Okay, well, it isn't a choice, right? It's a happily attended to moral obligation. No?
A moral obligation is a way of putting it. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. She just made it sound like, she I don't know. The way that Gamer Feline worded it there was like forced servitude, the way that people will complain that in social healthcare systems, oh, look at that. In social healthcare systems, doctors have forced labor, serfs have forced labor, and it's like, no, you are forced.
I don't know, man. I'm happy to take care of these little shits.
I mean, doesn't it bring you parental joy? Like, taking care of your children?
I like my kids.
I mean, this is what I've heard. I don't know. I don't have kids, but I've heard that it's good.
I like my kids.
Well, there you go. Gamer Feline. Have children. You'll like the kids.
God damn it.
You could have... and you could have a whole bunch of people in your house shorter than you. It's a win.
For a couple of years.
Well, yeah. It won't last, but, for a while.
Just saying, I make adorable kids.
Doc donated another $5, and, of course, a sexy Jessica Alba talking about wanting to make kids. The security footage had audio. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Because it's just him throwing things that his fat Jabba the Hutt-like arms, tiny little T-Rex things that they were, could grab. He's grabbing the alarm clock and throwing it. Stop it! Stop eating my foot! Jesus.
Like poking him with an umbrella.
Yeah, whatever he could reach. It's just, oh.
What is wrong? We've had rat-tailed maggots, ghost sharks, fucking old ladies decomposing for 2 years, a man getting eaten by his own dog. What is wrong with this stream?
Okay, let's go on to something less depressing. Mom of 5 killed after headstone falls on her in cemetery.
I do feel better.
Do you? Yeah, there she is. Okay. So a 53-year-old mother of 5 has been killed when a 900-kilogram stone fell on her as she worked in a cemetery. Jesus Christ.
Was the headstone in a tree or something?
Like, were you digging the grave and the headstone was at the top of it? It fell over on you in the hole? Were you a grave digger, Elvira Navarro? Your name was Elvira?
On fire, Elvira.
Like, isn't that the spooky goth lady from the 70s, Elvira?
Yes.
And someone named
the lady with the boobs.
Right, the boobs and the garter and the cinched waist and the whatnots.
The big hair.
Yeah. Bubarella, yeah. So, lady named after Death Lady dies in Death Place with a death marker.
From death.
Sometimes it's just your time, isn't it?
Elvira Navarro was working in a cemetery in Staten Island for a third party in October when she was fatally struck by a falling headstone. Mrs. Navarro's family has since had a lawsuit against Baron Hirsch Cemetery Association, where the cemetery incident happened. The lawsuit alleges the association... Hold on, let's find out. Let's find out. The lawsuit alleges the association failed to maintain the cemetery and did not ensure it was safe by placing headstones in trees. At the time of the incident, Mrs. Navarro was working with her son, Anthony Rolalas, who was next to her and witnessed his mother's death. Oh, Jesus.
On the death certificate, right? Is it cause of death? Irony.
Staten Island Advance, reported that Mr. Rolalas suffered from permanent and severe injuries, a shock to his nervous system, psychological trauma, and been caused to suffer severe physical pain and mental anguish. I believe all those things from watching your mother killed by a 900-kilogram stone. I mean, use that in pounds.
Yeah. No. Oh, fine.
I think 400, 500 pounds? Something like that?
I want to be strong, like
Or
man.
is it the other way?
Look pretty.
I want to be strong, like bitch that fight bears in the forest.
900 kilogram. Oh.
Copy of me existing? It took 3 years and my nephew had some of the darker parts of my influence. My mother judged me for that and I just laughed maniacally.
Yeah, I'll put it in you. I don't have to take care of it.
The darker part, she meant foot hair. 900 kilograms is
Thank you,
almost 2,000 pounds.
What headstone is the weight of a fucking small car?
She got
Tank the
smooshed.
tanks.
Could you imagine her son who's right next to her to see this? Like, he probably got squirted on.
She got smooshed.
No.
Remember the scene? Remember the scene when Queenan falls from the top of the building?
Oh,
And
yeah.
That's
just a spray.
That's probably what happened to the poor guy. Just like Billy Costigan standing there and all of a sudden, splash! What the fuck? You know? Oof. Executive Director of the Community Alliance for Jewish Affiliated Cemeteries. Oh, no. Rabbi Andrew Schultz said he was devastated of the news. That's what we worry about most as an organization. Headstones dropping on your third-party employees? That's what you worry about the most.
You're worried about that. You didn't install them right.
How could
you would
this
think if you had to make $6 million and never mind.
How are you in this is
Oh.
I just clued in. Fucking hell. The thing we're worried about most is dead people in our cemetery. No, that's not.
That's what they're for.
No, that's not what we meant. We meant that we're worried about our headstones falling on people. Did you not just admit? Did you not just admit guilt by saying that? We were aware this was a distinct possibility.
Oh, you think he didn't talk to one of his 42 lawyers before saying that? No,
I don't know what you're insinuating, Sinatra, but I'm confused by the entire statement, and I'm just going to move on.
He's related to every single one of them as well.
Baron Hirsch Cemetery is a Jewish non-profit cemetery. Uh-huh.
Wait, hang on. There's such thing as a for-profit cemetery?
Yeah, it's a landowner who has the rights to turn his land into a cemetery.
You buy a plot. Yeah, sure.
You just rent it, or like?
No. You buy it. And there's all sorts of legal restrictions, upon doing it. You're a landowner where it's like you can't just,
Hey, fella,
50.
Do you like Kern's bread?
Oof.
Gee, I don't know.
Boom.
You gotta be positive.
Just like a headstone. 10 Sal, thank you for the $10. I'm getting flashbacks to that one scene from the movie 1114. Have you ever heard of a movie called 1114?
That might be the timestamp on the movie.
What, from what movie? The movie?
You know, the movie. Oh, God. All right, using the number pad.
All right, hold on.
Oh, yeah, 11/14, 2003.
11/24. It's a neo-noir black comedy thriller written and directed by Greg Marks. Film stars an ensemble cast of veiled actors, someone I don't know, someone I don't know, someone I don't know, someone I don't know, someone I don't know.
Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank, I do know. Patrick Swayze. Wait a minute, he's dead.
Patrick Swayze's dead?
Yeah, he died of cancer, tragically, man. It was, like, sad. It took him a long time to die, too. It was, yeah.
When?
2009.
Oh, shit.
What is wrong with this street? It's just so tragic.
Yeah. Yeah,
This is
I
White
didn't even
Puri's
intend
Wednesday.
this. I just... Mrs. Navarro died the same day... Hold on. Mrs. Navarro died the same day the headstone fell on her. Yeah, I think that's true, Mr. Twisted Frenzy. That means it wasn't an instant death. I mean, it just sounds funny the way they said it, but, like, if she got partially crushed, you know?
Yeah, lightly crushed.
Well,
She mildly died.
Wow. Okay. This last story gets kind of strange, but...
Yeah, because it's all been so straight and Susie so far, hasn't it?
Well, before we move on to the... hold on. How many other stories do we have here? But then we did Hank the Tank. That's fine. Okay, so we did that. Okay. So neo-Nazis crash book reading with giant swastika flag.
Okay.
By Brooke Lee
That's how you
Howard.
know they were neo-Nazis, presumably.
Yes. If this is indeed them... Yes, it is, in Providence, Rhode Island. Yes, I think they've identified themselves and their affiliation
fella,
rather clearly.
Do you like Kern's bread? Well, gee, I don't know. I guess.
Boom!
You gotta be
positive.
Doc donated $10. Thank you again. Let's make it worse. One time I had a dead on arrival where the poor bastard died in their bed and sat for 5 days in the summer heat because their son was too spun out to notice. 10 out of 10.
Fucking hell.
Died in their bed and sat there for 5 days in the summer heat because their son was too spun out to notice. He didn't... Like, he just thought they were really fucking napping? 5 days?
5 days. Game of Levine for the Ricky Spanish says, I'm good with how morbid today is. Embrace the darkness, Drunkel. Darkness embraced. Actually, because I did see this. I saw the video that was filmed inside the shop, and it does look like it's staged as fuck.
Well, see, here's the thing. I hear you. And that's what made me want to bring this story up. It's like nearly 24 neo-Nazis, quote unquote, and fascists, swarmed a nonprofit library in Rhode Island, interrupting a book reading with slurs and bad crosses. We held a peaceful celebration of the Communist Manifesto tonight for 45 minutes until it was interrupted by a crowd of fascists and Nazis. You know, fascists.
Yeah.
You know, fascists and Nazis are politically opposed, right? That they're not the same.
Well, they're like bread and butter, mate. They go together like peanut butter and jelly.
This happened. This happened at the.
Good.
Get this. The Red Ink Communist Library in Providence.
That says community.
Red Ink Community Library. What did I say?
Communist.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's just not what it says. Like.
Well, it is actually a communist library, hence the red ink thing. They showed up on our sidewalk, banged on the glass window, shouted horrible slurs, and attempted to assault our members. The Monday book reading was meant to commemorate the anniversary of the Communist Manifesto, known as Red Books Day. But the reader was suddenly interrupted by a mob who banged on the doors and the window. Yeah, you already said that. Shouting, "Commie scum." Well,
Not a slur.
you know,
Completely accurate.
it's broken clocks, am I right? It just...
You got Era Shogun in the chat saying feds. I don't even think this was fed. I think this is people who either worked at the shop or were friends with people who worked at the shop.
Yeah.
This is a juicy smullet. This is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such low level. It's not likely to be feds. It's likely to be somebody that they know. Like, okay, guys, I need you to dress up like this. We're going to make the news.
This is poop swastika level. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I said. People are like, oh, those guys are glowing. And I said, no, I don't. I think they're just attention whores because the Daily Beast is reporting on it. So therefore success.
The flag itself as well is actually the flag that a certain, I can't remember the name of it, it's an obscure one, that they adopted when they allied with Germany during World War II. But this isn't even a naughty cross flag as we know it. This is actually a country flag at the time. So fucking, not only is this clearly staged, but they also didn't do their research. They just looked at it and went, yeah, that looks Nazi enough.
So I decided to bring up a couple of images to show you what these things actually look like when they happen, not when they're... Okay, this is what communists and fascists in the streets in 1930s Weimar Republic Germany look like when they're fighting. This is commies and not... Or, communists and Nazis fighting. This is what they look like.
Not a phone in sight, Polly, just people living their lives.
Well, I'm just making a point. You do not have a quiet communist book read while people show up with flags and go, commie scum, neener, neener. No, it looks like this when communists and fucking Nazis meet. Okay. And again, it looks like this when communists and Nazis meet. Another
Everything
point
turns
of them.
black and white.
Right. Because Weimar Republic Germany was black and white. Everyone knows that. But I mean, this is what it looks like when people are banging it out in the street. It looks like this. It does not look like this. This is okay. Did you get all of us in? Did you get the photograph right? Okay, are all of our faces covered so no one will be able to connect us with the bookstore? Okay, good.
The bit that gets me as well. Yeah, I mean, Nazis tend to be quite proud of the fact that they're neo-Nazis.
Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but an actual neo-Nazi isn't worried about having their face covered.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit if you know they're a Nazi.
No, I'm saying if you want to see actual ideological fights, it looks like this, or anything you've seen Antifa do. It doesn't look like this. Pointing that out.
I mean, I'm just saying. In the past couple of years, I've not seen anybody on the right side of politics in favor of face masks.
Yeah, I mean, suddenly they're very COVID conscious. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah. Strange. Arrow Shogun, thank you for the $5 and the sexy Jessica Alba. Are you guys sure legit Nazis, the few that remain, tend to live in very rural and remote areas and far away from cities? They generally don't bother coming to densely populated blue states for this. Like Rhode Island? Yeah, Arrow Shogun, you have a point. Like, I mean, yeah seriously, how many of these guys are for fucking Providence? Have you looked up the general politics and the voting history of Providence? Like polo, he does have a polo shirt. My God.
I mean, how many fucking neo-Nazis do you know that keep abreast of local bookshop news?
Remember Sarah Silverman saying like, "Oh my God, look at the swastikas on the spray painted on the ground. This is awful." Yeah. And they were like, remember that?
She's a fucking dolt, isn't she?
And I forget it was marking for where they were going to be digging up the pavement or something. Like, yeah. It was. They were surveying marks, that kind of thing. And
she was so desperate for it to be a hate symbol.
And there's the desperation. The other girl who spray painted the swastika, the poop swastika that was done by the people of color. No, by the SJW on the people of color's segregated dorm to show that there's racism on our campus. We'll make the racism happen if it isn't real. There is a serious demand in the market for these guys. And there isn't enough. So they're Nazi coin mining. They're making their own.
It's a persecution fetish.
Yeah. I said it a long time ago, but The demand for Nazis will never meet the supply of them.
No.
What can we do about this?
They are a very valuable commodity to the point where they're being counterfeited. That's that.
Closest thing we got to anything remotely Nazi was the Unite the Right rally. And I didn't see a single fucking face mask in that sea of
tiki torches.
right-wing.
Yeah. They were all, we will not be replaced. They will not replace us, etc. And yeah, they were saying it loud and clear with their faces. Very clear. You're right. Lit by tiki torches. Yeah, it just doesn't.
They want you to know
Yeah.
that they are, fascists, neo-Nazis, whatever.
And it's like you take a look
They
at like
don't hide.
This guy in the front, and then you look him up on the Red Ink Community Library page, and like there he is the curator of the commie books. It's like what the fuck.
Yeah, this whole thing is sus as fuck.
Yeah. So that was, like I said, look for this. Look for this. This is Telltale. This is scary. It's tagged as this is scary. We're a legitimate news site. Be scared, everyone. This is scary. And it's on an angle, so you know it's extra scary.
Also, come to our bookshop.
Yes.
It's called a Dutch angle, not a Nazi angle.
It's called a Dutch tilt.
Yeah, and I mean, even if there's around 20, again, I love this, around 20 neo-Nazis and fascists. Like, you realize, again, that these people are not politically aligned, right?
I see 8 people in the photo.
Yeah, until you do the CNN thing and, like, see the camera from behind they take a camera of the cameramen, and, they're all being asked to be huddled in.
Crowding people together.
Yeah, and there's a producer choreographing everything. It's...
Oh, yeah. It always makes me think of when Clinton went to, what was it, fucking Iraq, and as soon as she got off the plane, she ducked like a missile just went overhead. It's just, but we're getting treated like fucking idiots here, guys.
Let's just say, I mean, look
People
honestly, along with what Arrow Shogun said, let's just say, for the sake of argument, hypothetically, that these are legit neo-Nazis and fascists that, against all expectation, have somehow managed to get along and put aside their differences to go after the commies. Let's just say they came from a long way away. And as many as they could get on this convoy of hate to go up to Providence to go after the Red Ink bookstore, right? They could only get 20 of them.
Well, I mean, under communism, neo-Nazis should be spread around.
If you were trying to get a convoy together to go fuck with a bunch of communist bookstore owners in Providence, that's a risky business, because they might go out of business before you can get the fucking plane ticket to get up there.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that they said they're owners of a communist bookstore isn't really adding up to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, why are you so worried about your private property being damaged, communists?
That's insured, I'm sure.
Insured, yeah.
This is America. We don't share land here. Unless you run the Red Ink bookstore. Someone hit that dono. I want to see it again. Okay, moving on to our final story. We're going to end on a much lighter note. Kidnapped man has blood drained and sold by captors.
Oh my God!
Damn.
I was like, oh, brilliant. No. You got me.
It's Cult of Krill. Thank you for the $5. Want to make a modern liberal's head explode? Point out the Nazi Party, where the National Socialist Workers Party, it literally breaks their brains. They weren't real socialists. It was different. They were haters. I hear you, man. I hear you.
How did you get tonight's news? Did you just Google bodily fluids and just click on whatever came up?
Hold on. What other bodily fluids were there tonight?
There was the fucking the woman who decomposed.
No, she evaporated her fluids.
She evaporated.
Well, she was skeletal, I have to imagine,
Anosed her flesh.
So kidnapped, this is, hence the name of the story, cyberpunk or just regular China. Because stealing your blood and black market for good organs and whatnot, that's cyberpunk as fuck. Like I said, we live in cyberpunk. Or is this just standard operating procedure in China? I don't know. Let's find out.
I think we just live in punk.
A man has been rescued after he was allegedly kidnapped and his blood was drained and sold by his abductors.
Whoa.
He had so much blood taken from him over a 6 months period that his whole body had become swollen.
They farmed him.
Yeah. The man named by the pseudonym Li Yaming, age 31, left Beijing in May last year to work at a nightclub as a security guard in Guangxi in China's south. He had an interview about the position and was taken to Puxiang, where he claims two Chinese men, shockingly, in camouflage. Wait, they were wearing camo in a city? That's anti-camouflage. That's notice me flage.
Oh, you just look like a neckbeard.
Weibo Legs, thank you, Doc, for the $3. Make sure to Google the Body Farm.
No.
Well, not do that.
Yeah, I'm thinking no. Wow.
I've had enough.
All right. Where two Chinese men in camouflage drugged and kidnapped him. He said then he was taken to Cambodia and sold to another group for more than
With
20...
people dressed in black.
What?
A holiday in Cambodia.
Where's that from?
Dead Kennedys.
Cambodia, dude.
Dead Kennedys? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll explain why I don't know it.
25 grand, though. I don't think you get 25 grand for my blood.
Well, you're not Chinese.
Oh,
And
good
yours
point.
is tainted.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, he was probably a healthy individual. They went and picked a prime specimen.
Was.
No, he's still alive.
Not someone who's 1/5 alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's held captive in Cambodia for 6 months as he was drained as a human blood bag.
Fuck.
Yeah. His captors originally wanted to ransom him, but decided to take his blood upon realizing he was an orphan. Oh no! Oh no! They kidnapped. Jesus! They changed plans that resulted in it. So we're gonna kidnap this guy. We're gonna hold him for ransom. Oh, you don't have anyone to pay us? Fuck it. We'll take your blood then.
This is the most Victorian London I've seen in the news that is not set in Victorian London. Oh, you're an orphan? We'll drain your blood then. Get Sherlock Holmes on the case. Mr. Holmes?
Doc donated $5 and there's a Jessica Alba to cover up this horrific news story. My God. In the immortal words of Kermit the Frog, do it, pussy. No balls. Wow, I must have missed that one.
Well documented, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Shit. Well, there it is. Jedi Ghost Bear. These fakers are living out their eschatology. Nazi Germany replaced the Christian story. Hitler equals Satan. Nazis equal demons. Auschwitz equals hell. And the victims equal angels. That's a hell of a intellectual grenade you just threw in, man. I'm going to have to think that one through.
Where's the Chinese blood in all of that?
No, well, I think Jedi Ghost Bear's reference was to the previous story. It's just, I mean, these people have holes in their soul. Like all these people that are super obsessed with politics, they got no meaning in their lives. You know, childless weirdos who
Sinatra.
Oh, he has children.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's a child
That's
having
one saving
weirdo. It's
grace.
different.
It's no one's stealing their blood. They've got parents.
Well, no one's stealing their blood because they don't live in China. For fuck's sake. Well, yeah, that's it. Do you feel news or just depressed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a blanket yes.
I mean, there's the whole thing. I don't have a game to lighten things up, as I said at the beginning.
I mean, it's Fridays that is the news that makes you angry. Today, I just feel sad.
Yeah, I all jokes aside, I thought we were gonna have some fun laughing at how weird things are, and it wasn't really funny at all, was it?
It was not fun.
The world's a terrible place. Be happy you don't live in China. Be happy you're aware that Nazis and fascists aren't the same thing. Be happy that you have family members that'll know that you've died. You know, there's lots of... Go outside and touch grass.
But watch out for Hank the Tank.
Well, yes. And don't fuck with bears. What else have we learned today? Oh,
Look out for your highway railings.
Yes, the people will snatch them.
Guys.
Yep, basic metal is worth stealing. Yeah. So, You know,
steal the railings like his Chinese blood, Polly.
they will not break into your house. They will take the fucking guardrails off your windows and steal them because it's more valuable than the electronics you have inside.
But leaving your grandmother's corpse alone.
Right. Can you imagine if a woman's place had been repeatedly robbed, partied in? They just left the corpse there. It was like,
I can. It's London. I of course can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bunch of weirdo goth kids thought it was great ambiance, you know. Holy shit. Darkest AAA ever.
I think it might have been. I think that actually might have been. No joke.
Newsed and depressed, Molly Okami says. Well, yeah. Again, I honestly did not think that it was going to end up there. I mean, Far and I were laughing about the headstone thing last night, and apparently it became unfunny as of today when we read the whole story. It just...
I don't know. I spent a lot of my teenage years getting stoned in the graveyard.
But you didn't sit under trees, apparently, when gravestones were a-fallen.
No. So I'd never sit under a gravestone tree, for the fruit will fall, and it is heavy.
Oh, you know what? Expo Hotep has a point. So Polly turned the entire news into this, I saw this, so you have to as well. I forgot to do and now it's the world's problem. So the entire episode was thus yeah.
I think you did it. I think you still did it.
Win. Whew.
Jesus.
All right, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You guys gonna do a rollover? So you do something exciting and interesting rather than depressing? But no, remember, there's lots of reasons to be happy. You're not stuck in any of the positions that these people were. Like the dogfoot guy, or the crushed lady woman, or the mummification couch lady.
I
if that was her
don't know
actual
if
name.
I am, but I am putting a video up on the second channel, so you should go check that out.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Hey. I've also been archiving some of the more important Twitch streams over on the YouTube channel Drunkel Plays. And I'm going to do something. Ed wants to play ghosts. I'm not sure how I feel about ghosts, just in case I wander into, the ghost of someone who doesn't have any blood, or someone who was left to decompose for 2 years. But something will be happening over on twitch.tv/DrunkelPlays.
But isn't that inherently true? Ghosts don't have blood?
I don't know. What about the Bloody Baron?
Who's that?
It's the ghost of a baron.
Okay, so new video up on Sinatra's channel. I'm not doing a rollover because I do have a Twitch channel, but I don't stream there, but I'm going to be. I'm actually seriously considering it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You know what I need before anything? A fucking webcam. I don't have one of those.
I was going to say coffee. You don't need a webcam.
Well, I was going to start it as a painting stream so I could paint my Revolutionary War minis and talk with the chat.
Oh, okay.
Start
then
off.
People know you have hands.
People will know I have hands and fingers. And
is that the aim? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And do productive things like paint tabletop wargaming minis.
Bobotep, Bloody Mary, thank you. That's a ghost that has blood.
Yeah, surely she has blood. Well, I mean, she was named after a horribly vindictive queen. I think that's where the name Bloody comes from. Do you like Bloody Mary, Sinatra?
Yes.
Do you really?
Bloody Mary, mother of cocktails.
One more time. One more time.
No.
Seriously. This is going to sound dumb, but it's the tomato juice I don't like.
I can understand that, yeah.
I don't like tomato juice at all, so yeah, I can't do a Bloody Mary. You know what's big where I live? Bloody Marias. Bloody Marys with tequila instead of vodka.
I was going to suggest instead of tomato juice, have pineapple juice.
Okay, it's just a mimosa or screwdriver.
There you go. Have a mimosa.
Have a mimosa. All right, so there it is. And Drunkel may be rolling over, but we don't know. But where can they find us next, Drunkel?
We're going to be back on Friday on the Sinatra Says channel at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. ST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island, Polydub.
All right, and there it is. So Sinatra, are you going to have like the most lighthearted show ever on Friday for us?
No.
To raise our spirits after this depression.
Oh, God,
fest?
no.
No? Oh, shit. All right. All right, thank you for coming by, everybody. Thank you for dealing with all of the depressing things that are going on in the world. And you can feel happy about your world because, well, I just gave you a bunch of comparisons how you are far better off than a lot of people out there. And thank you very much to everybody who donated. It is sorely needed, and greatly appreciated. You guys are awesome. Best fucking chat on the internet. We'll see you Friday, 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island. Goodbye, everybody. Say something. Guys, say something.
I said bye.
Oh.